Yeah, still ain't nobody in that Hello, what's going on, everybody that's in the chat? I want to say welcome to Sebastian's Davey Dark Tournament Episode 3. I can't say enough how excited we are to bring you another episode of one of these because it's been highly requested. And to be honest, the last time we did this episode, it kind of did better than one of our podcast episodes. So I don't know how to feel about that. So I just want to say thank you a ton. Even more thank yous than that. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is Sebastian's gonna lead us off with what characters are gonna fight who. Also, probably we should keep it as we always do, right, Seb? You should probably call out some of the people that's in the chat. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a back seat from everything, and you know, Sebastian's gonna take the wheel and just go forth. So, Seb, let's say what's up to these guys in the chat, bro.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Aaron Tate, Gangster Gastino, Gadi Usopp, Jose Zamudio, Chris, Jaheim. Yo, shout out to Chris real quick, man. Chris killed crows in like a week. That was amazing. Not even. Firearms, Brian White, Boncho Man, Usopp Dono, Jaden Rice, Serial, Alex Human, Void, just so many of y'all in the chat, man. Edwin C, Par Vision's in the chat, Four Bags, Nerd Taku, Tafari Young. I don't think I'm familiar with this one. Tausef, Bakuri, Illusion, Carlos Rivera. So many of y'all, man. I literally love the support, seeing y'all in the chat like this. KJ, please, everybody, if you can, join the Discord so that you can champion your combatants for who you think is going to win in each of these rounds. I know we have a couple people already in there sitting. Please ask you guys to join the Discord, and when you do join, please stay muted until you are called upon, and then when you are dragged into the actual live stream, please mute the channel, mute the stream itself, so you're not getting any background noise. But really happy to see you guys here. Some more people just jumping in. Dan the man. All those donations you gave at Rogers Base today, that was amazing, man. I really appreciate that. You showed a lot of love to us and a bunch of other content creators today. It's super awesome to see you're here. Yeah, you should totally join the Discord and join the chat.
Yo, man. Dan was going crazy, bro.
I saw him, bro.
Yo, Dan was going crazy. Like, I was looking at Dan and I was like, God damn, Dan going off. So much respect.
Yeah, man. Loves One Piece and he loves us. Yeah, I really appreciate that. DK Rayleigh, Illusion, Greg F, so many in here, man. I really love seeing y'all, seeing these names. Yeah. Dan the Giga Chad from Par.
Dan the Giga Chad.
Par, are you jumping in on stream for some of this, or what's going on? I know you had a long stream already today.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to be in, probably. You might just listen, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If we say something too wild, Par will want to jump in.
Yeah, most likely. So,
but yeah, we can start getting started. We have a couple people sitting in the den. So the first matchup that we have going in this go round of the tournament is Blackbeard versus Green Bull. I know you guys are familiar with the excuse me. I know you guys are familiar with the stipulation aspect of this. There's no stipulations for this fight. It's straight up Blackbeard as we see him now versus Green Bull as we saw him getting punked by Shanks. So those are the two combatants that we have this go around. I know we have a couple sitting in here. I wonder who do you want to bring in, Larry?
It's on you, bro. You do it. You see who you want to bring in.
Did you see who was in here first? That was really my question.
No, I didn't. I've been trying to do everything in the background, but invite two people in if you want, and then we just take turns.
Okay. We'll probably save the Taku and Aaron Tate for another matchup because I know them two love to go at it. So I'm gonna bring Firearm and T-Man. All right.
Let me know if you need help. I'll just bring them over if you can't do it.
It's giving me some issue. Hold up.
Is that Firearm and T-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did it. They're good.
Yeah, I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble.
Yeah, I'll just do it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Appreciate it. All right. Firearm, T-Man.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first and who you guys got in this matchup?
What's going on, fellas?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'll let teammate go first. I'm in an Apex game right now.
All right.
He says it.
I'm playing gun game. I'm in
Handle
the
your handle, bro.
Oh.
Oh, do your thing, bro.
All right.
You gotta win gun game.
All right. First off, I just want to say that I love y'all. I've been watching y'all for the past month. Y'all like the best content creators out there. I mean, y'all the realest ones. And I was just watching y'all's stream today while I was at work. I definitely got Blackbeard. Like it's just he's got the Yami Yami no Mi and the Gura Gura no Mi. What I mean, Green Bull's not gonna be able to do much against him. Like he could just absorb all of his plants and stuff, and then I don't know, man. He's not gonna be able to get any hits in on Blackbeard because he's also going into the Gura Gura.
Right. I mean, I don't know. To be an admiral, you got to be extremely well versed in hockey. Green Bull was able to take down 2 Yonko commanders with no difficulty, and people like Larry seem to think Blackbeard isn't on Shanks' level, so you can't even use the Shanks.
Why do you always do that? Why do you always do that? Why do you say he took the commanders down with no difficulty? Like
it happened, bro. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, it happened.
All right, go ahead,
right?
bro. Yeah, go.
I think
stupidity,
it's a fight.
bro.
I think it's a fight. I do. Green Bull, he's a beast. Whether I know he doesn't come off as such right now because of what we just saw, but I don't know, man. I feel like people sleeping on Green Bull a lot nowadays. He catches Blackbeard slacking, and almost everybody does. He could drain them real quick. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you got
Fire
a
on
point.
you.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Bro,
you good,
I'm,
I was gonna say you got a point, but I mean at the same time, Rayleigh wasn't trying to scrap with Blackbeard, and I mean personally, I'd put Rayleigh over Green Bull.
even in his old age.
Honestly, I mean he was boxing with Kizaru quite a bit, and I'd say Kizaru's got I'd put Kizaru above Green Bull. So I honestly would say yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
What about you, Fire?
What about you, Fire?
So I do agree. Blackbeard takes it, and I'm glad I'm in here for this argument because Blackbeard gets a lot of hate in this channel for some reason.
As he should.
From certain somebody.
As
Certain somebody, not me.
I don't know why he should when, Larry capes for other characters that we haven't seen do much in the show, but that's a different story. But in this matchup specifically, I do think Blackbeard wins. Blackbeard is an emperor, and I know some people don't like saying that because Buggy's technically won as well, but Blackbeard didn't get as an emperor like Buggy did. Blackbeard got to an emperor actually doing emperor-like things, getting territory, defeating actual strong people. Whether Whitebeard was almost dead or not, he still took a shock to the face from Whitebeard, which even Akainu was knocked down to the ground by that. So it's just like Seb said, it's technically Green Bull did solo easily to commanders because they could have been hurt, they could have had bandages on, but let's be honest, the same thing rolls up on the Straw Hats. They're not gonna go down that easily. Zoro almost actually hurt Kuma, someone that has not been seen touched to that point when he was almost dead. So it shouldn't have happened like that. But even with that, he just, I don't know, even being hit on Monosuke, I don't see that happening to Blackbeard unless he's thinking as a kid.
Yeah, I mean Blackbeard winning the poll right now too pretty heavily. It was at 100%, and I think one person voted for Green Bull out of pure hate for Blackbeard. It was probably Larry. But who you got, Larry?
So I got Blackbeard.
Okay.
And the reason why I say this is because at the end of the day, we haven't seen Green Bull do anything with hockey. He's just been able to acknowledge that hockey was being used by Yamato. The fact that Shanks pulled up on him and literally made him leave was a really bad rap for the Admirals. But if we compare him to another instance where he was joined by another Admiral and he had to fight, he fought Sabo and a couple good men. And what happened to them? They bandaged up the Admirals. So granted, I don't know how that fight went, but what I will say is
Green
that
Bull ain't had no bandages on him.
what I will say is that at the end of the day, Blackbeard does have 2 devil fruits, and he has shown armament. So he is competent to a degree. But I also don't think that the admirals are Yonko level. And I don't think Blackbeard's a Yonko, necessarily a Yonko level type contender. I think he would get washed by like Big Mom or Kaido or even Luffy now. Or Akainu, because I think Akainu's up there, or Aokiji, because he's up there too. But what I will say is that I think Blackbeard wins this, and it'd be extreme diff.
Bro, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I heard some names in there that I don't know, questionable.
Right? just what are you talking about, man? What y'all didn't give us what diff, by the way. I'm gonna go Blackbeard high diff.
You know, I'm gonna say it's Blackbeard extreme diff, just because we haven't seen Green Bull really go all out. Because I mean, he still has that sword. I mean, it's a black blade. We haven't seen him use it at all. I mean, I feel like he could get in pretty well. And like I said, Blackbeard doesn't really have he doesn't yet seem to have the strongest hockey. So I mean, I feel like it would be an extreme diff, but I would definitely still have Blackbeard over it, just because, you know, he's got the 2 devil fruits and stuff, and he does have some basic hockey.
Shout out to Zach in the chat, man. I'm the king.
Listen,
King,
devil
if you
fruits
want
don't
to
be
join
matter,
in on
bro.
these, pull up.
Devil fruits matter very little in the terms of the power scaling that we're talking about, right? Like, everybody's at the top tier levels that they're at. Like Roger, Rocks, Whitebeard, even Rayleigh to a certain degree when he was in his prime. Like, even Sengoku at a certain point, or Garp. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes, from what Kaido has said and stated, that like hockey just rules everything at that point in the game. So if so, then Blackbeard having 2 devil fruits really don't matter much to me. Even if they are the Goro Goro and the Yami Yami. Like, at the end of the day, the Yami Yami gives Blackbeard 2 times the damage. He's not going to be able to physically just take damage away from him unless it's like devil fruit damage. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time we've ever seen him escape damage. So it's like, I get that y'all want to put Blackbeard at this Yonko level, but again, he has never faced an opponent that was Yonko level. We don't know where Wang Shi was when he was at full lead, right? Like, we have no information about that. He's not even considered a top 5 pirate in the Rocks crew. So there's nothing there that we could just benefit from. And that's his latest dub besides Boa, which doesn't make sense how he's not bleeding at all. And the fact is, Marco was his greatest competition post time skip. And Marco's really not that great of a first commander. So I can't just sit here and just be like, yo, Blackbeard because he has 2 devil fruits. Blackbeard because he fought Shanks and scarred him 12 years ago. Like, there's not enough actual proof that Blackbeard is at that elite level of top 5 in the show. And top 5 is going to have the hockey traits. It's the reason why Shanks is the way Shanks is. He's the most powerful Yonko we've seen just yet to date, from just hockey alone of what he's been able to do. Before that, it was Kaido. And Kaido was like, yo, my devil fruit don't really even matter, bro. So,
sorry, I want to say something to that point. So just to give my rating, I think, and don't hate me, but I think this fight is going to be mid to high diff. Okay? And here's why. All we've seen so far, Green Bull do is devil fruit line, meaning if Blackbeard touches him, there is no more devil fruit for Green Bull. Now we have to go off of his hacky feats, which he doesn't have any. And another thing is, everyone swears Blackbeard has like low to mid hacky level because we've only seen him once use black armament. But the fact that he stopped that mirror fin strike should put him already at a decently high hacky standard, because everyone else was shaking at the fact that that fair serpent was just walking around that island. And even though Blackbeard was shaking at the fact that he saw this, that doesn't mean it was a fact of the power of what he was seeing, but more what he was actually witnessing with his eyes, which he maybe didn't even think was possible. Besides that,
Even
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
It was one last thing with the whole Boa thing, which didn't make sense. In my opinion, that should kind of open our eyes more to how strong Blackbeard is, because if Boa's out here struggling against Blackbeard, someone like him, and he already has her in his grasp, and he's not in any sort of damage, he's not bleeding, and he doesn't even pain. The fact that he managed to do that when any other character that's even come close to Boa has been pretty much thrown away, already shows some level of Blackbeard's strength, even if we didn't see it happen, because everyone else was on stone. He was the only one that was there. So unless he had help from the Marines, he had to only want her somehow.
Or Oda just don't like women being strong. I'm serious.
See, Larry can't take the obvious, and he goes to the extreme negative.
Yo, am I really being that negative?
It could just be Blackbeard being strong.
I
don't get why it needs to be all this extra, like, oh, Oda messed up, Oda did this. He could just be that strong. I don't know why that's so hard to accept. Especially when your boy Shanks is the first person to be like, yo, don't underestimate Blackbeard. He's stronger than you think. He put the paws on me.
No, Shanks
back
didn't say
in the
that.
day.
Shanks didn't say that he's stronger than me. Shanks didn't say any of that. He said I had a funny feeling about Blackbeard. That's it. So stop hyping that up. Two, there's never been has there ever been a real big bad for a female character in the show? Has there ever been a reigning big bad?
Character?
What'd you say?
No, not a character. Big Mom.
Yo, but she wasn't really. They were running away from her. They didn't have to go through her.
They ran away a whole cake from her.
Everyone. I know, but she wasn't
trying to make, bro.
What I'm trying to say is that she's never been a stature villain within the series that Luffy has had to overcome. There any type of woman that happens to be in the clutches of power scaling or in the power system of reigning over somebody else, women have necessarily never filled that role. And Big Mom was supposed to be that exception. And what happened to Big Mom? Look how badly she was written.
You're saying, Larry, for an entire arc, they had no hopes of defeating her and ran away. And it's not even just one arc, it's multiple arcs. In Wano, that was the same case. It wasn't until a whole lot of plot happened that they were able to even defeat her, and she wasn't even defeated. So what are you talking about? Like, you say it all the time. She didn't even lose. She got wrung out. Like, how are you going to say, oh, women are just mistreated? Like, Suru exists. Suru has never been looked at in the negative light. We had Doflamingo running away from her.
So when has Suru ever been mentioned with the elites? How many elite women can we name in the top 5 in the show right now? Ever.
Women?
Yeah. Not that many. And the point is, what I'm trying to say is, like, women don't hold. No. Women don't hold a certain stature that the men do in One Piece. Is what I'm saying. Like, literally, Luffy declared war on Big Mom first, and then he ran from her, and then she got ringed out and said this was never going to kill her, and then all of a sudden she's dead, and we're probably never going to see her again. And what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to,
we don't even know if she's dead.
But if she is dead, like, we don't know, right? We don't know anything. So, like, for Boa, who's apparently the second strongest female in the show, to just get no diffed by Blackbeard, of all people who we don't know has Conqueror's Haki, we don't know if he has Future Sight, we don't know if he has Rio. This is going to, and the point is, he's an opportunist. So his Haki or his willpower is never directly challenged because he doesn't directly go into confrontation. He goes around it because he knows that the easier route is going to benefit him in the long run. So he doesn't do the things that Luffy does in order to get strong, or does the things that Kaido does in order to get strong. His character is a contradiction to the show overall because it doesn't follow the willpower traits of the strongest people in the show. But yet, we know that Boa has Conquerors. We know that Boa's Devil Fruit is Hawks. Yo, her ability might be even better than a Guru Guru. Dead ass.
In the right hands.
And he just walked away with nothing? No stone?
Can I ask you something?
Come on, bro.
So if in 30 chapters or whatever, I don't know, however many long chapters it'll take, that we see Blackbeard fight for real. He has Rio, and he has Conqueror's Haki, and he has all that shit. Are you gonna come back and apologize because you were saying some dumb shit?
No, I'm gonna be like, who did he fight?
So this is my problem.
This is
so he can still get all of that, and you're still gonna be like, nah, I was justified in my wrong.
Yo, show me how he got it. Show me. Who did he fight?
Are we gonna ignore
Oh
the
my
fact that
God.
he scarred Shanks? Even if it was 5 years ago, that's still after the fact that he fought Mihawk. So he has to be stronger from when he fought Mihawk, and he still got scarred by Blackbeard.
Bro, I saw a Sea
Beyond
King
that, the
bite
dude
Shanks'
has
arm
been
off.
He's been hunting devil fruits for 2 years.
Okay, so
Like,
that's
you can't just ignore that.
okay.
That's
So from what we
taking the
saw,
challenge without-
so we saw that he's not directly hunting devil fruits himself. Why? Because Burgess went after the meta no mi. So that's not him all the time. If Blackbeard just suddenly summons all these advanced forms of hockey, I need to know who he fought. Because I'm not gonna sit here and look at Luffy and be like, damn, yo, Luffy has the highest incline of progression of power in the whole history of One Piece. And he had to go through these crazy ass adversities of people that he needed to fight in order to make his hockey blossom, which Rayleigh told us that's the only way you can do that. The only way you can blossom your hockey is if you fight. If you directly challenge your will. If Blackbeard is directly avoiding conflicting people or just not challenging his will, how did he get that, bro?
Well, if he was directly avoiding conflicting people, he wouldn't have gone to Amazon Lily to fight Boa. He sent Burgess to fight Sabo because second in command. He overestimated his own second in command.
But
He didn't think that
Right,
he had to
there's
go there personally.
There's a difference between always avoiding conflict as a whole, avoiding necessary conflict. If Blackbeard deems it's necessary, he will fight whoever. It just has to be worth it to him. You get what I'm saying? And again, at the end of the day, even a Rayleigh level character, old or not, was able to determine this person is somebody I have no chance of defeating. You can't just scoff at that, bro. You can't just go, oh, well, Rayleigh's wrong. Rayleigh has literally shown us that he has the ability to measure the strength level of every single creature on an island. And he went, no matter what I do in this circumstance, even if I have all of this help, I can't defeat Blackbeard. Just dismiss that. I'm sorry, you can't.
listen, Rayleigh wasn't beating Kizaru on Archipelago. Know what I'm saying? Blackbeard could
He's
be
still strong.
Admiral level, bro. He could be Admiral level. I can accept that. But he ain't Yonko level, bro. You can't tell me by proof
He
he is.
is a Yonko.
Listen,
You
I
feel
already
me?
gave my opinion. It's extreme diff, and it goes in Blackbeard's favor.
All I need to know is when Blackbeard scarred Shanks 5 years ago, does that not count
It's not
as
5
an
years
extreme
ago.
hockey feat?
It wasn't
That's
5.
what you
it was
said.
like it
It
was
was
like
12 years ago.
Something like that.
How long ago did he fight Mihawk?
We don't know. They never stated. But Mihawk became the strongest, world's strongest swordsman at 19 or 17. It was one of the two.
That's not true either. That's not confirmed.
Nah, I thought it was confirmed.
No. That's just something Lawrence used to want to say to hype Mihawk up.
Oh, never
You
mind. then.
misread the
That's not even
timeline.
true.
T-Man, you've been quiet for a minute, man. I know you said you got Blackbeard, but what did?
That's fair. I still think it's extreme diff. I mean, Blackbeard, he has to have hockey because he was fighting the Whitebeard pirate, the Blackbeard versus the Whitebeard pirates in the continuation war. So I mean, he's got to at least get some hockey feats there.
You just call it the continuation war?
Or not the continuation war. The
Summit
You
War?
good?
yeah.
No, the payback war or the whatever
Yeah,
it's
the
called, or grudge war. I don't remember what it's called.
What, for Whitebeard?
It just threw me off. Wait, Whitebeard or for the white for the Yonko seat?
For the when he was fighting, he fought the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates. That was
Yeah, the grudge
and
war.
he beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see him getting some hockey feats there, like similar. I don't know if Marco's really on Katakuri level, but like that type of instance of Blackbeard versus Marco.
So then we would possibly say the strongest that Blackbeard could be at this point is Gear 4 Snake Man level with the ability to cancel out Devil Fruits. That's all I'm hearing.
That's one
But
of the
that would put him
wildest
well
things.
above that level. Hold on. But okay.
That
so
means that
if
he
his
gets
base-
one-shotted by
If-
Kaido, base form.
Oh my god, dude, we seen him take damage from Whitebeard and get up.
No.
What do you mean? He's
I-
just getting one shot.
I love when people bring this up. They be like, yo, he got up, right? Yo, I saw Blackbeard beg for his life and then tell his boys to kill Whitebeard as he gathered himself together. And then he started shooting too.
You let the fact that he's a coward impact your belief in his strength. And that's fair.
What the? This is willpower. Literally, that's willpower.
No.
Willpower in a nutshell.
All the actions that have taken place are Blackbeard's will being carried out. You don't acknowledge that.
Nobody ever wants to mention that.
Problem.
Nobody ever wants to mention that when Blackbeard and Bonnie spoke after Akainu was about to come through and rip both of their asses apart, that she kicked him in the face and made him bleed and cough up blood like crazy. But nobody, and she was tied up. And this is the same man that you're talking about took something from Whitebeard.
Right now, bro. I'll spoil right now, bro.
That's a gag situation. That doesn't count.
That's a gag situation. Yo, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Yo, because you're capping now.
Spoil some shit right now,
Y'all
Larry.
capping,
You better
bro.
chill out with that.
You're capping,
Chill
bro.
out with that. All right?
I love how the lengths
Anyway.
that people go through, bro.
Listen. All I know is you need to keep that Yonko over Admiral's energy when it comes to Blackbeard, bro. That's all I know. But Firearm T-Man, I appreciate y'all hopping in. We're going to move Blackbeard along here because it's the right decision and he deserves it. You feel me? More on-panel feats than Shanks. But
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
boys, have a good one.
Have a great one.
If you guys want to stick around, we'll probably have a couple more topics to discuss if you guys want to jump back in.
Oh, for sure, I'll be here.
I bet.
Boys, it's bugging, bro. Let me.
Yeah, it's not letting me drop people, bro.
Yeah, let me see if I could do it. So, what is it? What are we doing? We.
Our next.
Because I do want to show it. Before we move on, I do want to show it, bro. Because this is the
So
same
what?
person you talking about that could just automatically just whatever.
Show what? Show what?
Hold on. I'll get to the super chat real quick. Give me a second. Y'all see this? I'm making it mad clear for y'all, bro. Alright? Y'all see this? Blackbeard literally says, "You're too weak for me to bother taking on as a crewmate, but how about becoming my woman? If you did that, I wouldn't mind taking you along. Don't you feel like seeing what lies up ahead?" Right? He says she's literally too weak for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's Bonnie's response? Bonnie kicks him in the face, says, "Don't screw with me, you bearded pig." And he goes, "Gwat," bleeding from the nose and the mouth. Right? And then what do we see Blackbeard do right after? The dude is coughing up blood and he goes on his knees and hands from a kick. And everybody in his crew starts laughing. And then he starts yelling at her, bro. But this is the same person you were trying to hype up that took a hit from Whitebeard. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like this.
Are you done?
Nah,
Are you done?
I don't. This is why I be like hating Blackbeard as a character, because y'all be hyping him up in certain ways that he don't deserve. He just don't got the feats, bro.
One.
Whatever, man.
Watch him out.
Whatever, man.
2, your boy Shanks was getting bodied by civilians, taking blood damage. All right.
Yo, why do you spoil stuff, bro? Like,
If you want to talk greasy, I said what I was gonna do.
yo, but you don't have to do that. You know people are watching the video. Come on, man.
You did this.
No, your stupidity did.
All right. Weak ass Shanks can't even take a Sea King.
All right, so you want to talk
Get
about
outta
you want
here.
to talk about Sanji and how his punk ass just let a woman beat on top
Sanji
of
got
him?
no scars, man.
Oh, that's
Sanji got no
crazy.
scars.
That's crazy,
Whole
yo.
series.
Because
No
Sanji,
scars, whole
Sanji
series.
couldn't hold his own against a woman. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't break out of some.
Taku was Cosmo at Comic Con, bro. That's legendary.
Cosmo
My
from
wife,
Fairly Odd Parents?
yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was Wanda.
That is beautiful. Taku, go ahead, man. Who you got?
So, are there any stipulations since Akainu's top?
Nah.
Oh.
That was only the first round, except for the top person. I can add a stipulation if y'all think it's necessary for Oden to compete here,
I don't think
and I
it
can
is.
make it right. Like I feel like Oden has.
I think
the
there's
tools.
literally like there's
I
a
don't
legit
have them,
argument.
but-
I think. So how about you start, Taku, and you decide.
So I think it's kind of one-sided. I think that Akainu beats Oden.
Yo,
What if?
what diff?
Oh, what diff? Ooh, I would say it's probably high. I would say high to mid, somewhere in between.
I feel like mid is kind of disrespectful, but
Yeah, that's come on. Come on. Come on. All right.
Well,
leave Taku.
a little disrespectful, a little bit.
Okay. So I'll elaborate because, like, even from because it's Akainu right now, right?
Yeah.
Because like this is Fleet Admiral level. Even back in Marineford, he was using Future Sight to dodge like Marco and Vista at the same time. So we know he has that. He's got Rio, and we know he's really strong already. On top of that, he's got like the best attack power of Devil Fruits.
Wait, how do we know that he has?
What?
How do we know that Akainu has Rio?
Okay, so when Whitebeard used his Quake Fruit, I believe, it was going right towards the scaffolding, and all three admirals used Rio to stop the blast.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I got you. Yeah,
Yo,
you're
is
right,
that
you're right.
Rio or is that just level 2 armament?
It seemed like they were projecting it outward, like they all had their hands up, and it stopped way before them. So I'd
Yeah.
imagine that is Rio.
I gotta check this now. I'm going to the One Piece wiki right now. But you guys can.
Yeah, I've always thought it was Rio as well.
Yeah, so I mean, we already know that he has those two things, and I mean, a lot of people talk a lot of craziness about like whether or not he can take out Kaido, and like I think that there's definitely a good debate there, but like Oden almost took Kaido out, and he probably would have packed him up at that time had he not been distracted. But the problem is that was a different time period Kaido. Like Kaido, where we see him now when he's fighting Luffy is way stronger than he was when he fought Oden. And so I would argue that if you're going to make that comparison, I think Kaido right now and Akainu would be a really good fight. But I think that Kaido versus Oden right now, I think Oden's getting packed up, like, without the distraction. So I think Akainu takes it personally, but I think that it would be a really good fight. But if he has Future Sight, Rio, and he has like one of the highest attack powers, like Oden got boiled, but he never got, submerged in magma. Like those are way two different heating scales. And so I think that Oden would lose. And I will say it's high to mid diff.
What about you, Aaron?
It's tough. I really want to say Oden Extreme Diff, because we know that Oden has Rio too as well. He has the ability to coat his swords in armament. We also know that he has Conqueror's Haki, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that he has Conqueror's coating, seeing as how he was able to wield Enma with no problem, right? We see what kind of problems it's giving Zoro. I don't think there'd ever be a time within the fight that he'd be submerged in magma. So given the fact that Oden can withstand like high temperatures, like, he was in the boiling pot for an hour. He took a blast breath head on by Kaido and ate it, with no problem before scarring Kaido. To be honest, I really think it can go either way. But I really want to say Oden Extreme Diff. But I mean, Taku does make a good argument for Akainu. I don't know if Akainu has Conqueror's Haki. You know what I mean? So I think I would give that advantage to Oden over Akainu. So I think for me, I would say Oden Extreme Diff.
So just to point out, so I'm reading the armament hockey. So basically what it is, it's an advanced technique of armament hockey, but it's not considered Rio. Why? Because when you emit something, you're just pushing out. What Rio is destroying from the inside.
From the inside, okay.
Yeah, so that's the difference between like level 2 armament and just like regular Rio.
So I think that actually gives Oden the advantage, right? Because we know that the samurai trained for Rio. Like we know that they trained to be able to do the internal damage with their swords, right? Am I tripping on that?
Nah, they definitely used it. And if anybody was to have it, it's going to be Oden.
Right. So I think that gives Oden the advantage. I would go Oden Extreme Diff for sure.
Wait, you're giving it to Oden winning?
Yeah, Oden Extreme Diff. Yes.
Wow. What about you, Seb?
I definitely got Akainu. But y'all know me. I put Akainu tier here. I think he's top tier. I think he's Yonko level. You know what I mean? There's Yonkos that I think he would beat. I'm not going to name them, but...
No, please do. Please.
We already know. We already know.
Big Mom for one. Blackbeard for 2. I'm on and off between Shanks and Kaido, but I think if he fought Luffy I think he would beat Luffy right now. I'm not even playing with y'all. But that's me. I'm like super biased when it comes to Akainu because of my expectations of him and what I expect of him in the future, based off what we've seen on panel.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Diff. Yeah, based off what we've seen on panel, I still have Akainu. I think it's high to extreme diff potentially. I'm not gonna lie. Zoro's fight with King boosted my image and respect for Oden much more. Like where I rank him and where I place him as far as the power scale. But still, Akainu he's a monster, bro. He's a hockey master. Future sight. Whether it's Rio or not, he can create that hockey barrier to stop even Gura no Mi attacks. Oda has already said that it's the most offensive devil fruit in the game. It's not like, oh, you can land hits with this and it's just gonna hurt. You can literally melt somebody's face off with this, even if they're Whitebeard. You can melt somebody's arm off, even if they're Aokiji, with a direct counter to it. I know Oden was boiling in that pot, but that's not magma level heat. And he's fought for days. So while Oden does have Conqueror's coding, I believe, and he can deal out real damage to potentially wreck Akainu, I just believe Akainu would be able to sustain and continue to fight through whatever. Because I'm a believer that he does actually have Conquerors. I'm not going to actually put that in the fight. That's why I'm saying it's still high to extreme diff. But to me, there's just too much. I think he has an awakening clearly based off Punk Hazard. I don't know that Oden's ever really dealt with that kind of attack output outside of the Kaido setting. And even Kaido, for the most part, from what we saw, was just in dragon form, spamming Boro breaths and some of his other attacks. Like he didn't get a direct one-on-one clash with Kaido and one-on-one scrap the way that we'd like to have seen. So I just don't know if he can really, really handle what Akainu would throw at him. So I got Magma Boy. I got my guy Akainu, but y'all knew that was coming. Larry, who you got? I'm actually really curious.
Yeah, I am too.
I got Akainu, and I would say it's high diff. And the reason I say that is because, again, like Akainu, like if we switched the Whitebeard remnants with Oden, I think that Oden holds back Akainu at that point by himself. You know what I'm saying? Where it took the whole Whitebeard remnants in order to hold back Akainu. And that was Akainu right then and there. Do I think that Oden probably beats him? I don't know, man. Like, I know I'd knock Oden's flashback because of the whole he's not able to cut the barrier, which is retarded if you have Rio and you also have Conqueror's coding. Like, why wouldn't you be able to do that? And he didn't. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like he could also flame rend magma. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Akainu punches him, he's probably gonna do some damage just based on that. Like, I don't know if you could just flame rend magma. So and then, you know, Akainu's coming off this fight with Aokiji that lasted 10 days. And the show is about your haki blossoming through adversity, right? If there was at any point we thought that Akainu was tough back then, he's guaranteed to be like 5 times tougher after that fight. So there's no denying that the man reigns high and above even the other admirals at this point in time. So I have a lot of respect for Oden, but like, that man has disappointed me about 3 times, and I can't give him the respect he should be getting because of that. So he didn't fight hybrid Kaido. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that, you know, Kaido wasn't even that strong compared to where he is now, in my opinion. And I think that Kaido wins against Akainu depends on where Kaido's fighting. If Kaido's like, yo, I'm banging out with this dude, like, I'm gonna go in, like, I'm using everything, then I think he packs up Akainu with hard div. But if he's not, it's extreme div. So I gotta go Akainu. I'm gonna say mid div.
Yeah, I mean that's
mid.
No, high div. My bad.
Mid?
Yeah, not mid.
Yeah, you was at high before.
Yeah, high. I almost convinced myself.
All right. I mean, does anybody want to? Tate, you're the only one who went for Oden. You want to try to champion him up? Try to get some swayed vote. What's up?
Like I said, I feel like it can go either way. But I think, because Larry, you say all the time, hockey rules over devil fruits. But the argument you guys are making for Akainu is his devil fruit would be too much for Oden, which Oden uses nothing but hockey. So it's like, how does Oden's hockey not give him some sort of advantage in that fight?
I also, when I said like the Aokiji fight, like it blossomed his hockey, we already knew that like Akainu had hockey. Now, if we're gonna go for Marine Ford and the war and like trying to dictate what was hockey and what wasn't, that's like the hardest thing to do in One Piece besides saying that Zoro is a plant, right? So it's like I gotta find out, like, if Whitebeard was using hockey during that time, then most likely Akainu was. And we know that he has level 2 armament, right? Because of the emission that Taku pointed out. I don't believe you could become a fleet admiral if you're not able to hold your own to a hard diff against like a Kaido type of person. So, and then he has a fight after that. So I think that the hockey is there, and then the devil fruit complements. Because even when like Shanks stopped Akainu's punch, right? His fist didn't go back to like a normal type of fist, right? Like the devil fruit was still active. It just wasn't burning the sword itself. So there is some degree of like hockey and devil fruit being able to cancel each other out, but the devil fruit is still active. So I do believe like it could hurt the same way like Luffy was clashing with Kaido at the end of the fight, and Luffy was like burning because of how hot it was, even though his devil fruit doesn't necessarily get affected by physical means anymore, right? And the same thing happens with who else did it happen with? It happened with somebody else. I forgot, but yeah, I just think that Akainu's hockey is probably up there too.
I'd also like to add, so if Oden has like Conqueror's coding, which like we haven't really seen it, but we can almost assume that it's there with Enma and everything else. But even if he did, I mean, the fact that Akainu showed Future Sight at Marine Ford, and he also was using it against hockey users then, it almost stands to reason that he would be able to use it really well at this point, because we know hockey blooms. And if he was fighting Aokiji, and Aokiji is also a Future Sight user, you know that they would both have to bring up their observation to get one over on each other. And so it would almost make sense that his Future Sight is probably really good now. And Oden can't hit what he can't catch. So if he's able to mold his body around things like he did in Marineford, and like we saw Aokiji do even against Whitebeard when he used his like spear, it would make sense that he almost wouldn't even be able to touch Akainu at that point to actually hit him with a Conqueror's Coding Slash. And even if he did, I mean, he might get countered really quick. Like, we just don't know how that would play out. But I would say that Future Sight is probably something that Oden doesn't have because we never seen him use it. At least not to my knowledge. So I think that he wouldn't be ready to handle that type of movement. You know, like we saw Luffy, and he kind of already had really good observation to begin with, and he was taught by Rayleigh about what Future Sight is. And then, so he had the basics down and he understood it. But if he was facing someone that was just whipping it out on him and he wasn't able to touch him at all, then he might not even get hit, you know. And if you take the attack power plus the, amazing hockey that we already think that Akainu has, I mean, he could probably, at least get a few shots off and weaken Oden to the point where he may not be able to get any more attacks off that would even hit Akainu. Like, what we know about Akainu blossomed as much as we'd imagine it would in 10 days of fighting Aokiji, like, that is insane in itself. If he blossomed that way, this man could be on such a whole different level that we can't even anticipate right now. So to think that Oden could compete at that level, I just don't see it. That's why I would say there's a good chance that it's mid, but I will give it high diff for that fight.
But, Tate, let me ask you this. When Vista and Mihawk were fighting, you saw that Mihawk was, like, preoccupied, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think that, like, Vista is, like, in terms of him fighting Oden, like, how what difficulty does Vista beat, or what difficulty does Oden beat Vista? If you had to guess.
I'd say low to mid.
Low to mid?
No higher than mid. Yeah, come on, it's Vista. Like, right. Come on.
This just lowers Mihawk stock. That's all I'm saying. But
no, but I'm saying I don't think Mihawk was going all out against Vista. He was occupying him. I think Vista has enough sword skill to occupy someone of a Mihawk or Oden caliber, but I don't think we didn't see Mihawk sweating. We didn't see him huffing and puffing. Like, it wasn't. So I don't anticipate that he would be able to take it past mid against Oden. I think Oden has too many applications working in his favor against someone like Vista.
Okay.
And then the Whitebeard Pirates. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The point I was going to make was that when Marco, who hemmed up King and Queen as easily as everybody, states, right? And then you have Vista, who's preoccupying Mihawk to the point where, like, Mihawk's like, yo, can we, like, chill out? Like, I'm gonna go handle something else. You know what I'm saying? Those two characters tried to hit Akainu, and he future-sighted and moved his body apart the same way Katakuri did. So even at that point, which Taku was saying, his haki was already relevant. It just amplified after he fought Aokiji. So the meaning of, like, hard diff over Oden speaks to Oden just being very, very strong, even at that point that he was at. But also, like, Akainu probably not really, like, in danger of losing.
So, but I think we're giving Future Sight too much credit. When we've seen people in the series use Future Sight, it's usually against much more inferior opponents, right? Like when Katakuri was using it against Luffy, like, Luffy clearly was nowhere near Katakuri's level to where he felt like he needed to do anything other than Future Sight. But once Luffy started catching up with him, you could see that it started to become more of a brawl in that aspect, right? Like, at no point did Akainu use Future Sight against Whitebeard. So it's like, against opponents that are on their level, Future Sight then becomes null and void. Even now, we know Kaido could have used it a lot more than he should have. He could have used it a lot more than he did. But it got to a point where, at a certain level, I just want to brawl out with you. I don't care about using Future Sight as an advantage. I know you have it as well. Luffy has Future Sight, but he was barely using it against Kaido. Or he was using it, but he understood that it wasn't as effective as it could have been because Kaido was too fast. So I think we can't say, oh, future sight, as if that just gives you that much more of an advantage over just as strong as an opponent as you. You know what I mean?
I hate this Katakuri versus Luffy future sight deal because every time it's brought up, I can't think about how much plot happened in that fight, bro. Like, soon as Kaido started using future sight, Aaron, Gear 5 didn't matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was literally one-shotting Gear 5 most of the time. He was dodging Gear 5 most of the time. Like, Luffy couldn't really hit him until Kaido said, yo, you know what? I'm not going to move from your gun that you're about to, the island-sized, Onigashima-sized fist. He was like, yo, I'm going to challenge it. Because you can't.
I mean, it's hard to move from that, bro.
He's a dragon who flies.
Okay, but for example,
you just said it's the size of Onigashima. You can't just be like, oh, I dipped that shit. It's
but
like the biggest attack in the game.
For example, Akainu and Aokiji, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that they were using future sight during their 10-day battle?
Hell yeah.
Okay, but at the end of the day, Aokiji still lost an arm and a leg. So what I'm saying is, no matter how much future sight you have against a tough opponent,
10 days.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. You guys are saying that future sight is going to give him that much more of an advantage over Oden. I think Oden is a little more formidable to be ousted by future sight alone that easily. I think
I'm gonna be real with you. Hold on, Taku. Even beyond that, just in general, like I said earlier, Oden, as traveled as he was, he's still not used to this. Like, how many awakened devil fruit users did Oden encounter and fight in his career? You get what I'm saying? Like, if Kainu just out of nowhere whips out magma on his legs, like where it's at, like, he's not used to dealing with that. He's just not. As much as I love the guy, he's not used to dealing with pressure like that. And I know we're talking about hockey over devil fruits and everything, but like, some devil fruits allow you to close that gap, and this is one of them. And it's not like some scrub has it. It's an admiral of the Marines, of the fleet admiral.
That's fair.
It's like, bruh, he's like that. I'm sorry, like, it's not.
That's fair. To be honest, I'm not arguing that Akainu. I'm not arguing you guys' point about Akainu beating Oden. To be honest, you guys have convinced me that Akainu probably wins out. The only thing I'm arguing is you keep bringing up future sight as if that gives him that much more of an advantage, right? Like,
it's not that it gives him that much of an advantage. It's just that in the moment, right? Oden goes to slash this man, and he thinks he landed, and you didn't. Even if it just happens one time, that one interaction can create a situation where you're taking a hole to the chest because you thought you landed on this man.
I was like, okay, so question: do you?
And it's like, oh shit. Like,
do you? Okay, so do you think Akainu versus Oden is the equivalent to Katakuri versus Luffy? Where Luffy is just trying to get a whole bunch off and he's just missing, like he can't land one.
No, I don't think it gets to that point because he has, to me, advanced conquerors. Like, he can close that gap. You know what I mean? And I honestly, as much as I hate to say, I think Oden's probably faster than Akainu is. That's the other part of the future sight that people don't like to bring up. There is a speed element, and if Oden is still faster than Akainu can react, it's not gonna matter too much.
That's what I'm saying right there.
Hold on. Let Taku go real quick.
My bad. Go ahead.
I would like to say one other thing. So, like, you're right, because like Luffy, when he was fighting Kaido, he was using future sight, but he was like, even though I'm using future sight, like, there's still a gap between our speed, and even if I see it coming, I can't guard or dodge fast enough to be able to counter or actually like get out of the way. So he was taking a lot of hits. But I feel like when it comes to a Logia user, them moving their body in certain ways to get out of things is like second nature to them. So I think future sight would definitely give them that advantage. And I think that Aokiji and Akainu were both using future sight a lot in their fight. But I think that's the problem, is while they were fighting, I think Akainu was able to basically bloom his hockey in a way where he was able to, one, act faster and react faster to all of Aokiji's things, and that's why he was able to sneak him in the way that he was able to get his leg out. Like, Aokiji probably wasn't able to keep up speed-wise, and so that to Akainu, plus using like Bloomed Hockey, Future Sight, he was able to get that off. And I think that you also have to kind of compare the fact that it's Kaido that is very lax and will take 1,000,000 hits over Akainu, who is deadly. He will go for the kill every chance he gets. Like he's not one to play with his food. He is like, hey, listen, if I can end this in one donut move, done, over.
Donut move.
Like,
you're so disrespectful.
Yeah. Listen, I love Ace. So you guys know I love Ace.
I hope Luffy fights Akainu and he has a technique called Magma Donut or some shit.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
As soon as Katakuri whipped out his donuts, I'm like, dude, you're gonna give this dude PTSD from what happened.
Let me ask you guys this though. All right. Do you guys believe that Oden right now is stronger than Zoro right now? And I'll ask Tate.
I would say yes, because I don't think Oden has fully mastered Enma yet. And we know.
You mean Zoro or Oden?
Zoro. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't think Zoro has fully mastered Enma yet. And we know Oden grew up with Enma and was wielding him with ease. So I'll still give him the advantage in that aspect.
Okay.
But I think Zoro is closing the gap soon, though.
Okay. Seb, what do you think?
I got Oden.
Oden? All right. Taku?
Yeah.
I got Oden, but I think that it's closer than most people think. I think that Enma actually, I think like the whole curse happened to Enma during Oden's death, and I think that's why it's rejecting him, because it's not Oden. But I think that there will be an aspect of Zoro being able to use his conquerors to bring Enma under him and like conquer the sword so that it doesn't do what it does. But I agree, Oden above Zoro right now.
Okay, so go ahead, Seb.
No, say what you're gonna say, because mine is more trolling. So go ahead.
You don't say anything else. So what I was going to say is that, okay, so we saw Zoro cut a magma-like flame, right? He flame rendered it to the point where like King was like, this is very comparable to what Kaido's Susanoo dragon form was, which was melting the horns of Onigashima. Like it was literally magma to a point. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I think this is why the battle would be hard. Like Tate said, the Conqueror's Haki is there. The Rio is there. The Future Sight is questionable. We don't know. So we'll just give Future Sight to Admiral, right? Such as Akainu. Akainu blossom his Haki. What I am saying is, like, if we think that Zoro can just cut magma-like flames, and we know that Oden is stronger than Zoro right now, this is why I think it would be a very hard diff matchup for Akainu, even now. Because Oden is not a slouch, even though he had a slouch-ass backstory to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, like, it would be disrespectful to put, like, at the end of the day, Kaido still views a particular set of people in his mind that are top tier, right? We had the Shanks, we had the Kaido, we had Roger, we had Rox, and we had Oden. You know what I'm saying? So we have to hold Oden to, like, a certain degree of respect. And I think that Akainu's gonna win no matter what. That shit is not mid-diff, bro.
Yeah, I'm willing to switch to Akainu, but high to extreme diff isn't what I'm willing. I have to give Oden that respect.
Yeah.
I say Akainu extreme diff.
I'll say Akainu.
So we all going Akainu then?
I have a question then. This is actually just because, like, I haven't reread Wano yet. Have we seen Oden use Flame Rend?
Yeah. Didn't he use it against Kaido when he did Boral Breath? Or
I think he just cut it. I don't know if he technically said Flame Rend. I think he just typed the attack and like cut through.
Oh, so he's just using. So he's just using no named Flame Rend attacks.
No,
I thought he was using like a air slash type thing, kind of like Zoro's like 360-pound cannon or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I thought he just.
I'm gonna be real.
Go ahead, Tate.
Yeah, like Larry, you remember how Luffy like took it and was like, "Cause I'm tough." Oden kind of just did that first.
He did that for sure. He took the blast breath and then when he came out of it, that's when he slashed Kaido. He didn't actually cut the flame.
Chapter did
We
Kaido fight.
about to make Larry watch the anime.
Hell no.
'Cause that's when it happened. That's what happened in the anime, bro.
Absolutely.
Well,
not.
I'm just saying, like, so I think Zoro
Nice.
overall is a better swords master. I think that he has better techniques. I think that he has better swordplay, and the fact that he was able to basically just take Kinemon's move and use it to his own advantage to use Flame Rend and stuff like that, I think that plays to his swordsmanship. I think Oden is just more of a brute strength monster. That's why he was able to tank that attack. So I don't know if he's actually able to replicate that in a way that he was able to do anything like Zoro did with rendering the magma. So I'm asking because I don't think that he did use Flame Rend.
So who you got in a fist fight, Taku?
I think that might be anime only, guys. Because I'm searching it
Yeah,
right
probably.
now on chapter 970. So Kaido does Boro Breath, and it literally knocks Oden backwards. So Oden picks himself up with his sword, and then he yells out 2 sword style. And then Kaido tries to do Blast Breath again, but before he can do it, Oden lands the sword slash that scars up his stomach.
Oh,
So
okay.
he never
yeah,
really used it in the manga, but if we go by anime, then I guess you could say he used it. But you know me, I don't use anime for the foundation of my arguments. So
So I got a question. Do we think Akainu beats Prime Whitebeard?
I kind of hell no,
No.
hell no.
No,
Do
no,
we
I don't think any of us
Whitebeard.
think
Do we think Akainu beats Prime Roger?
Hell no.
Not even.
same answer.
I don't know.
It's
So
good.
are we
It's
not
more
gonna give?
ridiculous
Are we not gonna give Odin the
Oh, I know
benefit
what you're
of the
about
doubt
to do.
that he
Mm.
not
No.
only he's
No, we're
he
not.
not only
No,
still
we're
with
not.
Prime and Prime Roger? Come on,
No.
Yo,
come
Tay.
on,
Dude,
No, we're
he
not.
was
Come
holding
on.
back.
No.
He was holding
Come on.
one-handed, just like
no.
sent this dude across the whole island.
Hold on. I'm not saying those
He's saying
individual
that he
battles that we
traveled
saw.
with those men.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're assuming that they've had more than one brawl throughout their journeys together. So, and we know that fighting stronger opponents helps your hockey bloom, as we say all the time. So, are we not going to give Oden the benefit of the doubt that he grew a lot stronger doing his travels with both Whitebeard and Roger?
We don't know
I
who
mean,
he
he
fought.
probably
And
grew
hold
in
on.
strength.
But we're arguing the Oden that came back. We're not arguing the Oden from before that. We're already everything that we said and that we felt is about the Oden that you're talking about, Tate. It's just
Right.
he's not that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because after he
Elevate
got
him to
back,
Yonko level, because he was around Yonko level people. That's not how that works. You need Yonko level feats, Yonko level achievements, and as of now, he ain't got them. Like,
yeah, that
you
the
don't-
fight between Kaido and Oden happened after he was on Whitebeard's ship and Roger's ship. So like he was
And
already
he was
at that
finna pack
level
up
when
Kaido.
yeah, but you're arguing a Kaido
20
that
years
wasn't
ago.
in his prime.
Yeah, not even Prime Kaido.
Yo, Kaido was a monster back then, bro. Come on.
I will
Dude,
say
He wasn't.
He wasn't as much of a monster as people think. He was fighting Gecko Moria. Like he
Oh.
wasn't.
Oh,
He was-
Taku,
Now,
he
you
was
say-
really.
Taku, you are
He
not
was
going
really.
to Taku. This is where you start wilding out. We are not gonna disrespect Oden with the Gecko Moria. No, bro. We're not disrespecting Kaido either, bro. We know that's not real.
I'm just saying he did clash with Gecko
It
Moria.
happened.
Yo, they clash.
Yeah.
Even that was 4 years. That was 4 years before the Kaido. That you know what I mean? Like this is more proof positive that like Oden isn't on that level.
Yeah.
Because like Kaido 4 years ago was clashing with Moria, and you couldn't take that dude out.
Yo, but he did take. See, this is the thing about rivals, bro. I hate this, bro. Yeah, this is where like the rival thing just doesn't make sense sometimes. You can grow up with somebody and be like, yo, they my rival. You know what I'm saying? Like Bonnie and Luffy are rivals. But we know Bonnie ain't shit compared to Luffy.
Yo, she aged him down real quick.
No, she
Don't
can't.
act up.
No, she can't.
Don't act up.
No, she can't.
His hockey
No.
is too much. Nah,
Exactly.
His hockey's too
Luffy-
His hockey is too much.
Hold on, but Luffy is if he activates it. Luffy isn't a Kaido Big Mom that's just out here like flexing all day. He can be caught slipping.
I mean, you're right.
I know that's damn right. He's Luffy. That's the whole character.
Yo, Caesar almost put him
Bonnie
down,
catches
bro.
Luffy slipping. Bro, plus like Sugar almost took him down. If that was Big Mom or Kaido, they might kill that little girl in 2 seconds. What is this little girl trying to touch me for? It bow.
That's what I hate. That's what I hate about Luffy's character. And I think do you guys remember when I called into the show and I asked, is Luffy ever going to be viewed as a monster the way the other Yonko are?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Luffy, there's going to be too many instances where the gag part of his character is always going to be caught slipping to where he can get aged down by a Bonnie, or he can get turned into a toy by that.
I think we need that, bro. Because if he's just a Hawks monster, that's not One Piece no more. That's not we're not reading the same series. If he's just walking around as this unbeatable person, no hijinks. I'm just at all times.
That's his goal, though. Is that not his goal, to be the strongest in the world? No. You can't be walking around with the gag forever, bro. Come on, son.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He gets put into a kid, but he's still the same person. Like we don't.
I still watch Bonnie as a kid.
But even still, like
Luffy versus
Bonnie isn't surviving his Conqueror's hockey. Like she'll probably get knocked out, and then the effects might go back. Like we don't know the extent of her devil fruit, but like I could just imagine her aging him down into a kid, and him still going gear 5th as a kid, and just whooping that ass. Like there's no doubt.
Larry.
Yo.
Didn't Recon say this on the y'all stream yesterday? That he sees Bonnie aging Luffy either up or down, and it's gonna like impact it in some way. I don't remember. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah,
I thought he said that.
I don't think. If he gets aged down, I don't think he'll still be able to use his gears in the same fashion, because we know that using his gears takes an extreme toll on his body. So, and he's had to work extremely hard to even get used to wielding that power. So if he gets aged down or aged backwards, I think his body is not going to be able to withstand the effects of a gear 5 or even a gear 4. You know what I mean?
This is going to make the conversation that I think you have Kaido versus Luffy, I think, next. And this is going to make that conversation super interesting.
Next round, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to make it super interesting.
Yeah. Dang. I really wish we would have gotten in on that conversation.
Yeah, we might reach it tonight. Depends on how these next couple go. But we're going to call the Akainu versus Oden here. I appreciate you guys and your input. Shout out to Taku for swaying Aaron to his side. You feel me? I hope you consider that a loss. Aaron, I hope you do.
Considered it a loss.
I had to get a dub after he beat me to the first caller, and then I couldn't even get in.
Sorry, we tried to get the calls, man. It was hard. It was a lot of us. But I really appreciate you guys jumping on. We're going to progress through. Definitely stick around if you guys want to jump back in. I know we have some more people waiting. We're trying to get through everybody before we bring people back. But I'd love to hear from you guys again, man. Seriously.
Appreciate it, man. We'll be here.
Thanks, guys.
Talk to you later.
Peace.
Hey, Larry, before we jump into the next battle, I want to read these couple super chats that are sitting, if that's cool.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, we got a $2 super chat from Strahd. It says, man, pass this popcorn. Much love to the passion. Strahd, that's our guy, man. Love seeing you, man. I hope you're in the chat. I want to hear you champion one of these people in here, man. He was spitting, talking about Akainu. I love to see it. And then we got $4.49 from Tokyo. It says, did you hear the one about Luffy? Never mind, it's too much of a stretch. That's terrible. Oh, that's terrible, man.
What are we doing,
Hashtag Buggy Gang. Hashtag Sebastian the GOAT. I appreciate it. It's not terrible anymore. It was a good joke now. It's a good joke. I appreciate that, Tokyo. But all right, we're going to progress Akainu on through. The next matchup is Big Mom and Zoro.
What do you want to put in? We had Aaron. We had...
Who was sitting the longest?
I think I saw Uzi, and I'm not too sure about Premier, but...
Benjamin's been here a minute. I don't think we got him in there. So get Benjamin Figueroa in there. And I don't know if it's either KJ, Uzi, or I don't remember. KJ hit me up earlier trying to get into the stream, so I maybe go KJ.
Okay. Oh, KJ just left.
Oh, all that shit, KJ. No, I'm kidding. Then go with Uzi. I saw Uzi in there.
Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, how are you?
We good.
How's everything, man?
Everything's good.
All right. So, Sebastian, you want to lead it off? I think Uzi's here too.
So
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, Uzi?
what's going on, y'all?
What's up?
So, in this second round matchup, we have Big Mom versus Zoro. There are no stipulations, so Zoro just has to go through it and go through the struggles. And I hope he gets clapped because he shouldn't have beat Bullet. I'm still mad about that.
That's facts. That's facts.
So, but now we'll see how Zoro's fandom works out today and the mental gymnastics that they're gonna have to jump through to prove to me and Larry that he beats Big Mom. But who do you guys got, and what diff, and why? And start with we'll start with Uzi.
So, I got Big Mom, extreme to high diff. I say that because, like, I feel like Zoro, with that advanced Conqueror's hockey and his, like, durability, I feel like he can rock with Big Mom. If you know.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I guess.
He said, I
Very
guess.
Larry-like for this take. But what about you, Ben? Who you got, what diff, and why?
Big Mom high to extreme diff. Zoro has a lot of output and durability, but Big Mom has longer knowing Conqueror's coding, which would it would be difficult for Zoro to handle for that long, since we know Emma drains him very fast, so his stamina would just drain very fast. So Big Mom plus Big Mom hacks as well. Maybe even the damage Zoro does, she can just heal herself. So yeah, Big Mom high to extreme diff.
Okay. What about you, Larry?
Big
Who
Mom.
you got?
Big Mom. And it's definitely going to be high diff. And the
Okay.
reasons why I say this is because, as I've been stated before, that I think that Big Mom was written pretty badly. I mean, when it comes to, I felt like Oda was really trying to send a message about devil fruits still mattering, and that's the reason why she went from using Conqueror's coding on somebody like Page One, who's probably one of the weaker Toby Ropos within Onigashima, compared to not using it once, or us having to think that she used it and it was off-screened on Kid and Law. So I'm not going to say that she lacks the efficiency to use hockey the correct way. I'm just going to think that she was written to the point where she couldn't use it because Oda didn't want to let her use it against stronger opponents. And also, Kid and Law has a very broken devil fruit, and his ability to attack inside of her was very beneficial to their fight. And they still couldn't take her down together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still couldn't beat her to the point where, like, they could knock her out themselves. They just ringed her out. And they didn't even ring her out. They literally pushed her into some bombs that exploded and threw her outside of Onigashima, and then she landed in some lava. But before that, they said it themselves. We have nothing left to give. Like, if she gets back up, the game is over. And then Big Mom can also heal herself and extend her ability to keep fighting for days, if so, by taking her own life. I just don't see how anybody could ever think that Big Mom is the weakest Yonko. To me, I think that Zoro, with all his capabilities, had a very hard time beating King himself, because Oden kind of gave Enma sort of conditioning where like Conqueror's coding or Conqueror's hockey has to always be injected into the sword in order for it to perform. And Zoro had to adjust to that. He wasn't strong enough. So I'm going to say that yes, Zoro is strong enough. He could probably wield Enma like a feather now, but even if so, he still can't damage Big Mom the way that Big Mom needs to be damaged. Because I think you would need to damage her the same way Luffy was damaging Kaido. And we even seen Kaido, right? You needed more than just the damage that Luffy was dishing out. So does Zoro last long enough to even defeat Big Mom? And I would say no. So I would say it'd be high diff Big Mom for sure.
Plus, Big Mom isn't black.
Big Mom isn't black either.
She got some black in her. She let a couple go. She let a couple brothers up in there. It's Big Mom and it's mid diff.
Mid?
Yes, I'm talking. Yes.
Listen, that's.
I know I'm not a Big Mom guy. I know I'm not. Her bag is crazy, and Zoro's never fought anybody on that level without help. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took two people who were both, I know y'all gonna flame me for this, but both arguably stronger than Zoro to defeat Big Mom one-on-one. Now, I'm not trying to get into a kid debate, so just move past that. But you get what I mean. The framing is it took more than what Zoro had. It took unique abilities, and like Larry said, they didn't even beat her. They had to wring her out. They had to move her away from the objective. I know Zoro can cut Kaido and all that, but it's not like he did real damage when he did that. Like, he cut him, and Kaido was like, oh shit, yo, that's wild, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, I took a knee. It wasn't like, oh, that shit almost took me out, I'm dying. You know what I mean? Granted, the Zoro at the end of Wano, post Wano, was stronger than that, but Big Mom has too much. She got too much. Elbath cannons, Hera, Macer cannons, life revival. She can't take Zoro's soul, but soul manipulation, element manipulation, thunder. Like, there's too much. And even if Zoro can cut King down and cut Kaido down, like, ultimately, he was still, like, needed to get King to a point where he wasn't using his flames to cut him. Like, if he could just cut right through Lunarian DNA, I might feel differently. But, like, Big Mom is basically Lunarian DNA. Like, she's this iron balloon. Like, I'm not saying he can't hurt her, because I think she does have less durability than Kaido does. But is he putting her down with these attacks before she's putting him down? When she can whip any one of these things out? Like, his best bet is, like, her getting hungry or something. Like, her having some mental trauma or something. Like, he can't actually defeat her, bro. Like, and I love that, like, the voting is showing that, when it should have been showing that for Bullet. Because fuck y'all, man. I'm still mad. But I got Big Mom. I got it mid diff. Zoro can push it to high diff just because I respect him. But
go ahead, Ben.
Seb saying that if she gets hungry, isn't she angrier? So isn't she going to be stronger and legit try to kill him faster?
I mean, but she still becomes physically weaker when she gets hungry.
Well,
like, it still impacts her physical capabilities. She might be more tenacious, but I don't think it gets to the point where Zoro's lasting that long. I'm gonna be honest with you. I might think I'm not standing for Zoro correctly.
We do days without getting hungry, so I don't think Zoro's fighting her for 3 days.
Y'all are trying to tell me Zoro can be the Yonko in the chat, man. Yeah, that's what y'all trying to tell me. Zoro can fight a Yonko straight up right now. Come on, man. It can't happen. It's debatable. I got Luffy over Big Mom, but, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not being Big Mom. I'm sorry. Hidden, you can hop in here and say that if you want, but you wrong and you know it.
Let's get Hidden in here, bro.
Hidden gonna come in here and say some wild stuff.
I want to hear his thoughts on this.
You want me to bring Hidden in, bro?
He's not on the Discord chat, bro. He gotta wait like everybody. No. I did want to hear Party Pete on this because I know he's a Zoro stan. He argues for him in every every
Are we thinking
scenario.
Big Mom
So,
Zeus?
Big Mom got Hera, which is stronger
Oh
than
yeah,
Zeus.
yeah.
So you
Like-
want me to bring Party Pete in?
Are y'all cool with that? Having Party Pete in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, yeah, all right.
No problem.
All right. Get somebody to vote for Zoro in here. You know you're gonna do it.
I remember this guy from last time.
Yo, what's up?
Speak your piece, Party.
I mean, I'm not gonna act like there's a bunch of facts here that I can pull out that make this make sense, but I'm still picking Zoro. Extreme diff.
Explain.
Just because he refuses to die. He's taken damage from Kaido and Big Mom at the same time, got up, used his strongest attack, and still did damage to Kaido. As strong as Big Mom is, she's not putting that output out by herself. I think the right opportunity, gets a nice Ashura cut to the neck, something like that. He might be able to do it. So I say extreme div Zoro. I'm biased, but
Glad you're willing to
Do you
admit that.
think Zoro can take them kind of hits consistently though?
I mean, he's shown his durability pretty consistently throughout the series. So I think if you're considering his growth, I don't think durability wise he has a problem fighting Big Mom. Law got the worst stamina issues out of anybody, and him and Kid went for the longest time with Big Mom. So
Well, it still wasn't
I don't think
2v1.
stamina is the best argument against Zoro in this case, because the dude with the worst stamina issues in the series, fought against her and did just fine.
Big Mom making Zoro break his promise, man. He losing to a swordsman.
Nah,
before he fights
nothing's
Mihawk.
breaking that. Nothing's breaking that promise. Zoro's just got too much
Big
will.
Big Mom would make him break it.
Nah. Zoro's pulling out. It's a tough fight for sure, because Big Mom is, like Larry said, she's not the weakest Yonko. I would say, if you're talking about the original Yonko, she's maybe third strongest, depending on where you put Shanks. Second or third, depending on where you put Shanks. But I think Zoro got that.
I can't trust him, bro.
You can't, but
He said you
Also-
can't.
but also Zoro's pretty much strong enough to beat anybody Luffy's fought after he's fought him. I know him and Big Mom didn't have their one-on-one fight, but it seems like we're moving past that in this series. And so
Big Mom, bro. He can beat Big Mom's kid. Okay, congrats.
Listen.
Got to do with Big Mom, bro.
hey, look, I'm not standing on the strongest argument here, but you brought me in here, so I gotta say something.
I knew you'd have been mad if we brought you in for some other crap.
No, I think you're still salty about the bullet votes. Are you trying to slander Zoro a little bit?
It's not
Downplaying.
slander. Listen,
Can I
the
say one
wrong
thing?
man won last time. The right person's going to win this time.
Can I say one thing? I know y'all would be trying to hype up Zoro because he cut Kaido, but y'all also be forgetting that the Akazaya 9 cut Kaido. Alright? So
But
like
Zoro's
we know that Kaido
Zoro
we know
scarred him, though.
hold on. We know that Kaido just take hits from people. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, damn yo, he really cut Kaido, bro. Like that's crazy. He might have just missed it. You know what I'm saying? If Kaido was like, yo, I'm gonna play up to the level of greatness that I am.
But to be fair, he cut Kaido when he had the most damage he's ever taken, ever. That's when he cut the strongest dude that we've seen in the series. Like in terms of durability, that's when he was at the weakest we've seen him. Outside of maybe when Kuma gave him all Luffy's pain, but we've never seen him that damaged outside of that. And that's when he cut him. So I think healthy 1v1, he could put out a lot more damage than what we saw on the roof. Now having a better understanding of how to use Enma and Ashura. I think we downplaying Zoro a little bit. I know Big Mom's probably a stretch, but in general, I think we downplaying Zoro a little bit.
This is what I hate about Zoro fandom. You tell him he can't beat a Yonko. Yeah, I think we downplaying Zoro a little bit. He can't beat Big Mom, bro. That's it.
I said
downplaying.
that was a stretch. I was speaking in terms of general power and understanding what he has now with Enma. Like I said, I know he's losing in my heart, but I'm gonna still vote for Zoro.
Andy's better.
It is what it is.
One thing that y'all forget to do, Kaido legit takes hits. Big Mom senses danger and knows when to get out of the way.
Let's go.
She wouldn't be taking hits.
Exactly.
Factual. She ain't taking that. She gonna see Zoro shit coming. and dodge that shit.
Nah, he's grown from that was his first time really using that attack. I think he's grown a little bit more mobile with it. And it's not like it's just
All I
one
know
attack.
is-
You can get multiple attacks off in that Ashura mode. So, if he lands if he can land a hit in a critical spot, I think he's got it. Are the chances slim? Yeah.
What you got him then?
What
You
percentage
think
you
Zoro
got?
winning? You said Zoro winning?
I mean, I'm gonna pick that just because I stand Zoro too hard to not pick it. Extreme diff, but
You gotta stop meat riding, bro.
We gotta go to like a
Yeah,
diff beyond extreme. There's gotta be like an impossible diff.
right. If I could
Spot
think of
diff.
something beyond extreme that still has him winning, I would say that.
It would be a
But-
tie.
Yeah,
It would be
yeah.
plot diff,
I'll take
bro.
the tie.
You only won because of some plot shit happened.
Let's vote, bro. Let's vote.
He is beating Bullet though.
Oh my god, no, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if he's being bullet.
I
I'm
don't even
still
know if Big
undecided.
Mom being bullet Loki.
Yo, shut up, bro. Your chain on too tight.
Wow.
Your chain on too tight. Loosen it up. You can't breathe, bro. It's cutting off the air to your head.
Sanji better.
Oh my god.
Not
Yo,
you,
let's get this
whatever.
vote out so I can kick these guys out, bro.
Right.
Let's get these votes, bro.
Sanji better than who, Zoro?
You know my vote, so you don't gotta ask me.
I think we voted, right? It's I picked Big Mom. I said mid diff. Larry, you said high diff. Big
Yeah,
Mom?
I think high diff. I think Big Mom wins high diff for
Who's-
sure.
I think
Uzi,
Big Mom
you
wins.
said Big Mom.
Extreme diff.
Yeah. Extreme diff. Okay. Party said Zoro. Ben, you said Big Mom. What diff?
Extreme.
Extreme. There's too many extremes in here, but I'll take
I
it.
can respect that.
Yes, I can
Of
respect.
course you can. The chat also voted Big Mom Queen of Gluttony, 60% to 40% with 43 votes. I love it.
All right.
Good to
Just
see
for the
that.
record, though, Sanji will never be better. Just
Sanji would have a better chance.
Hey,
Sanji would have a better chance being Big Mom because he could cook for her or something. You feel me?
how you got
Yeah, right.
5 backstories, you still weaker than Zoro? That's crazy.
So, man, it's not about strength. I mean, I guess this tournament is about strength. So
Backstories don't give you strength. Backstories give you character. Zoro is that dog. He doesn't need character.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all being in here. We could probably keep party for the next one, Larry, and add 2 more, just because he didn't get the full discussion here.
Yeah,
But
Uzi, Benjamin,
Uzi,
thank you so much,
Ben.
man.
All right.
Appreciate
See
you
you, bro.
guys.
Alright.
All right. And then I guess we'll get Jin Newell, I think his name. KJ came back, so we'll bring those 2 guys in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
KJ, charge your damn phone, bro.
Who's next, Seb?
The next battle is another interesting sword-based battle, which is why I wanted to keep partying here. Fujitora versus Mihawk. There are no stipulations. It is a straight-up battle. Anything goes. Who y'all got? What diff? And why? And we'll start with you, Party, since you're the one that's not muted.
Hold on, we gotta make sure these guys are unmuted first before we move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just so, like, we get people in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo? Noel? Yo? KJ?
Yo,
Hey, what up? How about you, Noel? You here? I don't think he's here.
He unmuted, though. He was muted and unmuted.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure it
what-
out right now.
No, we might have to drop you and add somebody else in, but stick around. We'll get you back in here. Larry, put in Pomar. Pomar been sitting for a minute.
All right. Homer? Hello. Homer probably fell asleep, bro.
Not that late.
Oh, unmuted himself.
Who?
Hello? Anything? Hello, hello? Maybe the third person can't
Maybe that's
talk.
an issue that we're having.
Yo, yo. He's not muted.
These was not ready in Discord.
Just have KJ and party, and then we'll invite
Yeah.
Noel and Pomer after. That way we can see if
Yeah.
it's us or not. All right, Pomer and Noel, we're gonna invite you after for the next one. All right, let's get popping. So, KJ, what's up, brother?
What's up, y'all boys? What's up?
How's everything, man?
Oh man, that's good. That's good. I can't complain, man. I'm here now.
All right, so let's get this popping.
All right.
So,
Fujitora, the Blind Admiral versus World's Strongest Swordsman, Mihawk. Who y'all got? What diff and why? We'll start with KJ.
Ooh, Fujitora versus. You said Mihawk?
Yes, sir.
Gotta go with my guy Fujitora right now.
Hey.
And I'm only and I'm listen. And I'm only saying that it's just because I think Fujitora is like one of the admirals, that we honestly should get more of, but we don't get a lot of just because of what like his situation he came in. But I think he's one of the admirals that is actually like badass. He's blind. Like I think the blind I think that's so anime with Fujitora being blind, and he has just like the gravity devil fruit. Like, it kind of plays hand in hand with me. And I'm just like, if it comes to the fact that Fujitora and Mihawk go at it like that, Mihawk has the blade, but it's just I'm looking at devil fruits, man. It's just how like this will and everything, and it's just like I really do think I'm thinking like with Fujitora, he's one of the admirals. I think I'm thinking like a lot of things with like just the blindness and just the fact like what he has like Oda's crazy with stuff like this, man. I'm honestly thinking something wild right now. And you remember how like in Boondocks with Stink Meaner, he came back from hell. like I think like in Fujitora, he actually like wakes up with it with the devil fruit. Like he actually can do some damage with it. And it's just like with Mihawk, like we don't even like we just know like if we go with Part Vision's theory, if he is a sword, it's just like well damn, what is Fujitora like? What is Fujitora's sword like? Can he blacken it too? Like I don't like. It's just I'm getting carried away with it, but it's just I really like Fujitora is actually like one of my favorite admirals just because he got a different type of steez about him, But I know I was going on. Someone else, party can go.
Go ahead, party.
Oh, so what diff? Hold on, what diff?
Yeah, what diff?
Oh, extreme. It's I tell you, it's just the devil fruit with me. Like that's the only thing, and especially in this new saga that we're getting into. So we really get the real, the real facts about it. Like man, like gravity devil fruit, like that's just crazy to me. But yeah.
All right. What
All
about
right,
you,
party.
Pete?
What you got?
So I'm gonna go Mihawk. I think the way I look at it, would y'all agree Mihawk is comparable to Shanks from all the information that we have? Comparable.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And it's been pretty, easily displayed that admirals, as strong as they might be, are not quite as strong as Yonko. So Mihawk being comparable to a Yonko, I don't think Fuji's really got a good chance of coming out with that. Just from what we've seen, there's, a couple people we know that got black blades. We don't even really know the conditions it requires to have black blade, but we know Mihawk is one of them. We know Mihawk's dangerous enough by himself to not need a crew and still have a bounty the same or similar to people that got some of the most dangerous crews, in the new world. Just by himself. He had a reputation for hunting Marines in the past, to whatever extent that was. and they were at least scared enough of him to make him a warlord, even though he has no territory, no crew, and he's just minding his own business. So I think if there was an admiral that was strong enough to beat Mihawk at any point, they would have. And that includes Fuji. And as far as his devil fruit grows, as dope as it may be, I won't use the movie where Mihawk chopped his meteorite into dices and stuff like that. But even when we saw Fuji attack Zoro and Dressrosa, no, he wasn't going all out, but Zoro broke out of his gravity attack, in like what, 10 seconds, something like that. Zoro's not as strong as Mihawk yet, so I don't really see Fuji coming out of this on top in any way. It might be a high diff fight. I'll say high diff, but Fuji get packed up at the end of the day.
All right. What about you, Seb?
Okay, so I actually had a huge debate with Lionel about this very recently. And I was leaning Fuji actually for a while. But I ended up swaying myself back to Mihawk. But the real question was essentially if Fujitora awakened his Devil Fruit and he could times gravity, whatever, on Mihawk's sword, what would that mean? Like if he's like just a million times gravity Yoru.
But that's speculation.
What is Mihawk doing then? I know it is, but it's like, I mean, like it's not beyond feasible that Fujitora caliber combatant would have an awakened Devil Fruit. And awakened Devil Fruits allow you to use your Devil Fruit on these other objects or things. And Mihawk uses a sword. Like it's not beyond the pale to think that he could manipulate Yoru with his gravity. Maybe Mihawk's hockey will prevent that. You know what I mean? That's where I kind of started leaning. But like if he can get to some crazy level of gravity, I don't know.
If I could counter, as far as
counter one thing before you go, I wanted to counter. You were talking about admirals capturing Mihawk and Fuji not doing it. He just joined the Marines, and during the time he joined the Marines, Mihawk was already a Chichibukai. There would be no reason for him to go after Mihawk at any level.
Fair.
So like this, I can't use that. I can't use that as a knock on Fuji.
So what I'll say as far as that goes is, regardless of if Fuji was there or not, is Fuji stronger than Aokiji? No. Is Fuji stronger than Kizaru?
He could be. He actually could be. We haven't seen him go all out.
But from what we've seen, probably not, right? Stronger than Akainu? Probably not, right? Akainu just became Fleet Admiral, and he's, if there's anybody looking for a fight, it's generally him. And all these years, instead of, do you believe that if they could have beaten him, this was a guy who, at least as far as all we know, is that he had the title Marine Hunter. So do we really believe that when Akainu, Aokiji, Kizaru coming up in the Marines, if they really thought,
I don't think they've ever ran into Mihawk at any point.
You don't think
they never ran into him in traffic?
So those three dudes are on the path to become admirals. At no point, possibly, if we're playing speculation, you're saying that those three that ended up becoming admirals and the kind of pillars of the Marines, at no point in coming up sought out the person that was killing all the Marines, that was known as the Marine Hunter. They never went and tried to find him. It might make sense if Garp and Sengoku aren't out looking for him, if they're just letting the younger generation do their thing as they've been seen to do. But just looking at the timeline, it's not just like it's not crazy, I guess, for you to think Fuji might awaken into some super crazy gravity powers that we haven't seen. It's not crazy to think that coming up that the admirals tried to pursue the Marine Hunter at one point or another, and at the end of the day, they couldn't beat him. And his reputation to the point where he's comparable to Shanks. Now, do we think any of the admirals are beating Shanks, or anyone close to Shanks that we compare, like Whitebeard or Kaido or Roger? No. I'm not saying that Mihawk is Roger, but he's at least comparable to Shanks, which is a couple spots below him. And if they can't fight anybody else in that realm, or they can't beat anybody else in that realm, I won't say they can't fight him. I don't think Fuji is beating somebody that we hold in regards with those people. Like, it just, narratively, or even with the power scaling, it don't make that much sense. And if you don't play speculation, Like even not because Mihawk hasn't shown us that much fighting, just going off his reputation and the things we know about him. He's shown to be probably stronger than Fujitora from what we've seen.
All right. What about you, Larry?
So I want to.
Who you got? What the?
I do want to say
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out to Scopper Gabon for super chatting twice. He says Mihawk in one and then smoking that Fuji pack too on his second dose. So I think overall you just have to say Mihawk. I seen Sabo and a couple boys take on Fuji and Green Bull, and I saw Fuji bandaged up, man. So regardless of whatever speculation y'all want to throw out into the air to make it make sense, at the end of the day, it's Mihawk over Fuji, and I think that we shouldn't go into mental gymnastics in order to make Fuji win this one. So difficulty level for me,
Is it mental?
it's
gymnastics?
it's gonna be
Gymnastics.
it's gonna be hard. I don't think it's extreme.
Okay. But
Yeah,
my
I'm
whole,
going
my
Mihawk.
whole, but I feel you. But this is just my whole thing. When it comes to Mihawk, and if he's a couple notches down from Shanks, it's just like, is that just in everything? Is like being like a soul pirate and fighting, or is that just like it's just being a swordsman?
Well, we don't really know of any pirating feats of Mihawk, so at least it's assumed, from what I understand, that most of his notoriety is from him being a swordsman.
But again,
He beat a
he's
couple
hunter
smoker
too, right?
level Marines and was hunting them, so he got the stamp.
Yeah. And, I mean, hey, he was a hunter, you know.
Yeah,
You should be tactical in that. If if you're like that for a long time, and especially if you're on Shanks, you know what I'm saying, level at hell, if you're on his level at that one point. So it's a good battle. I give it that.
yeah. So I'm giving it a hard diff for Mihawk.
Yeah, Mihawk extreme death for me. Party went Mihawk. You still sticking with Fuji? KJ?
Nah, y'all turn me over to the Mihawk side. I ain't doing.
Really? I didn't even argue that hard for it, man. I could have went hard.
But
for Mihawk.
it just makes total sense, and like it just makes. It honestly do make sense. I could have been a little bit
I'll say this.
biased towards Manga.
It's like Larry always says, Yonko's over Admirals, and if you look at the Cross Guild, they're a Yonko crew because of Mihawk. So it's.
I'm shocked that these dudes got Zoro in their profile pic. You know what I'm saying?
Every single
And
one.
like they not holding Mihawk to an extreme high. You know what I'm saying? In regards to where Zoro has to overcome.
I'm so mad because I wanted to get on Zoro Big Mom, but my phone died. So that's why I was ready for that. I wasn't ready for Mihawk.
Well, I didn't know we were doing all this speculation when we were talking about Zoro, because I could speculate that Ashura mode into him beating Big Mom. I'm just saying. But I got respect for Mihawk. That's why I say high diff, not extreme diff for Fuji. I don't want to disrespect Fuji because, like I said, we haven't really seen him go all out. But Mihawk is really that dude. Like, if that's what Zoro's trying to be and Zoro's that dude, Mihawk is also that dude.
I just want y'all to know, man.
Yeah.
Gravity ability, it could be the most Hawks thing in the series.
It could be the best. It could be
That's
top one.
what I was saying.
Right.
That's
It
what
could be
top
top one.
And people
bro.
thought Kid
That's what
would be
I'm
like
saying.
Magneto. That's all just
Nah.
speculation.
Nah,
Kid
that's a stretch.
can't
That's
even
a
build
stretch.
a full.
Hold on. Hold on.
Fuji,
Hold on. But it's Kid. It's not the person. You know what I'm saying? It's not the ability. It's just Kid that sucks with the
No,
ability.
but-
Give it to Frankie. We see something crazy.
Yeah, Frankie might turn up. He might go into Optimus Prime at that.
Optimus Prime.
Outer space with it.
Autobots. Roll out.
You see how they make Transformers? Space with it, dinosaurs.
Yeah, Fuji can't get a bump off potential alone of his devil. Especially after we spent all this time talking about how hockey overpowers all. Like,
But Admirals are hockey masters, no?
Right, but I think it's safe to assume at this point that Mihawk is one of the higher level in terms of hockey infused into a weapon. Mihawk is on the higher level of the
Well,
people.
he's top 3, yeah. Like,
And
So,
the- and the
so Visa, stop
world.
that, man. Let me stop trolling.
Shit, we saw
Alright.
Jozu stop that man.
So we saw Crocodile stop that man. We can
Shoot,
talk a lot
Zoro,
about
Zoro's
Mihawk,
fight.
man.
Zoro's fighting Fuji if we go in there. You know,
Stronger Zoro. Like we talking about Crocodile, man. He dodged
Crocodile's
both.
kind of cold, bro.
All right, so we all agreed on
It's
Mihawk.
Mihawk.
All right, Mihawk. So I
Yeah.
put Mihawk's winning.
yeah, Mihawk.
All right.
I give it to y'all.
All right, man. Yo, guys, thank you for that one, bros. I appreciate you, KJ and Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all love, my brothers.
Yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you in a few.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yo, Larry, for the next one, let's bring in 3 or 4 people because I know we got to wrap sooner than later. So we could bring in, I know DK was sitting for a while, Jack Y, Eric Adams, Monkey D. Shin. We could bring in a couple people.
Monkey D. Shin.
Gotta
And then you
keep
said
it organized.
you wanted one more person or no?
Oh yeah, we wanted to do Noel and from before when we were trying to bring them in before and they couldn't.
Fuck it, bro. Just put the people that we
Bring
had
everybody.
that was waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. Did we get Jack Y too or no?
Did
We gotta
get
see
him?
if people's mics are working too, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Eric.
Yo.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's
Yeah.
up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
What up? Yo, I'm just gonna bring the rest of them that weren't able to make it. So
Bring
we got a full party.
everybody
Yeah,
in.
we got a full party now. Everybody.
This
If you-
mother's busting.
Yeah, we have everybody.
What's up, what's
So
up?
we're gonna get everybody's opinion on this last one.
I'm gonna get
Wait,
my
we have two
video.
more. We have two
This
more.
one
On
better
this?
be the most controversial.
Which one is this
Two
one?
more in this round. It's Aokiji versus Old Whitebeard and Kizaru versus Shanks, which I think we can all just kind of whatever for that one.
All right. So
You said Aokiji versus Old Whitebeard.
Yes. Not Marine Ford Whitebeard. It's Whitebeard that clashed with Shanks on the Moby Dick.
Ain't that like the same thing?
Yeah, that's pretty much the same thing.
He got like 3 months of more health. 3 months less deterioration.
What if you say like that's more deterioration because he got older?
I'm saying he got older and then he got stabbed by Squardo. There was a lot of going on at Marineford, you know? With Shanks, he was just chilling, drinking, clashing, splitting the sky. Like he looked stronger.
yeah.
Looked healthier to me anyway.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go in order. Okay. So we'll leave me and Sebastian at the end of it. You guys tell us who do you think is going to win and at what difficulty. And then Sebastian, just make a note of who said what. That way we can fill out the bracket. So Monkey D. Shin, bro.
What's up?
Nice to see you, my brother. Thank you for joining. Who do you believe is going to win this match and at what difficulty level?
We talking about old Whitebeard with the IV shot up in him?
Yes, sir.
Aokiji. I got Aokiji, and I got him at high diff.
High diff? Aokiji?
Yes, I got Aokiji and high diff. For
Okay.
sure.
For sure. Okay, Seb. He said high diff Aokiji. You heard Seb or not? I think Seb went away. So Eric, you got your mic? You good?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, bet. Thank you for joining, Eric. I think it's our first time talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. Thank you. Who do you got, man? And what difficulty level?
I got Whitebeard. I think Whitebeard was. I think Whitebeard would have beaten Akainu at Marineford if he wasn't so like beaten up. And Akainu beat Aokiji.
Mhm.
I think he mid diffs Aokiji, straight up.
Mid dip?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think he's got him.
At like the old Whitebeard.
Yeah,
Oh god damn. We talking about our Aokiji like right now though, like after his fight with Akainu.
yeah. I mean, I feel like he definitely could. I mean, Aokiji is missing an arm and a leg.
Nah, he's missing one limb.
Oh, okay. my bad.
Yeah, I think he's missing a foot, like a leg.
Yeah, I still got Whitebeard though.
Tough
You're gonna
take.
toss him in the fissure like he did. Akainu.
That's a hot
Oh.
take, man. All right, so we got Whitebeard at high for Monkey D. Shin. Eric says Whitebeard at
I said Aokiji.
Oh yeah, you said Aokiji, and then Eric said Whitebeard at mid diff. All right, so Jack, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here too. So, what do you think, man? Who wins and at what diff?
So I gotta say Aokiji extreme. It's hard to say extreme, but I'll say extreme because Whitebeard, he was putting in work at Marineford. You know, he was giving what's his face? Akainu, he was giving him some work. And, you know, Akainu and Aokiji are, you know, shown to be pretty much relative in strength. So, but Whitebeard, he's too old at that age. I don't think he can keep up. His hockey ain't like that anymore. He still got that devil fruit, but Aokiji, he's like that. So I got to give it Aokiji high extreme.
High to extreme Aokiji?
Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 votes for Aokiji and then 1 vote for Whitebeard. All right.
Is Whitebeard getting stabbed by Square?
No.
Nah, this is just
He's
Whitebeard, old age. He didn't take any damage. This is Aokiji after he fought Akainu. Current Aokiji.
So no handicaps. Oh,
None. And my bad, y'all. I had to go to the bathroom.
I mean, he was the world's strongest until he wasn't the world's strongest. I give it to Whitebeard.
Okay, what diff?
Difficulty. What is a 10-day fight like him and Akainu? What is that, like extreme diff?
Yeah, if it's going for multiple days, it's got to be extreme diff.
I give it an extreme diff, cause you know Whitebeard like, all right, I gotta rest. All right, hold on, take a breather. I'm coming back, but I still give it to Whitebeard. That quake fruit. It might be the beginning of Marineford 2.0, but ooh, yeah, Whitebeard, extreme diff. Even old man.
All right. So put that down, Seb. What about you, JK?
I have Whitebeard, high diff. Because I think Whitebeard, I think Aokiji and Akainu are relative in strength. And Akainu fought a Whitebeard who had been stabbed by Squadu. If Whitebeard doesn't get stabbed, he low diffs. No, I think he mid diffs. Nah. If Whitebeard doesn't get stabbed, he goes extreme diff against Akainu. And I feel like Akainu is slightly stronger than Aokiji. So that's why I have Whitebeard high diff Aokiji.
All right. What about you, Noel? I think I'm saying
Yeah,
that.
I feel like it's Whitebeard.
Whitebeard? Okay. What diff with Whitebeard?
I would say high diff since old Son Goku was sweating, so he was scared. Well, the whole army just for one person. So I would say high diff, yeah.
That's a good point, actually. And then
Well, the whole army.
what about you, Work? I think he's muted.
Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, Brody? How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Chilling, man. What do you give this, man? You think it's Whitebeard or Aokiji? What diff and why?
I gotta say Aokiji, bro. Like Akainu's one thing, because he's more hand to hand. He's trying to get close up and personal. I think Aokiji just needs to stand from afar and just spam his ice. If he does that for 10 days straight, he's good. He just has to keep his distance. Possibly like I even say that Dofi takes it, bro.
Oh,
if Dofi does like the tactics where he's just spamming from afar, birdcage,
Wait.
awakening,
Work. Hold on. Let me wrap my head around what you just said. You said that Doflamingo is taking out old man Whitebeard too?
He sure is, bro. He sure is.
Oh
yeah.
my god, yo.
I am mad at it.
Of course you're not, because you're a troll.
Whitebeard's all about that close proximity. Like, if you're close to him, you're getting negative.
I feel like the Quake allows you to do a lot at mid to even long range. So,
And as long as the island's standing, he's good. He could regen from the ground, from the water. It's Whitebeard that's in a disadvantage. Even if the whole island just gets wiped out, who's standing up? Aokiji.
Jesus, bro. I don't even know how to respond to that.
That's that Dressrosa pack.
I mean, his regen's crazy, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You really can't touch him.
Oh man, I respected you so much until you just said that. Now it's all gone. No, I'm joking.
I'm going mid-diff. Easy.
Mid.
Aokiji mid-diff?
Mid-diff after he beat Cracker, bro. I don't know.
All right, bro.
You know, I actually think Marco has a better chance, bro.
All right, bro. Yo, Seb, go.
All right, bro.
Seb, go, bro. Seb, go, bro. I can't take this man seriously. Everything he's saying is not true, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Anyway. I'm gonna have to go. Damn, I'm really torn. I'm gonna go Whitebeard. I'm going Whitebeard, extreme diff, because the Whitebeard that we saw that like that Ace was interacting with, he still had a relative claim to world's strongest man, right? And he's a monster. He's got advanced conquerors hockey most likely. I think did he confirm that in the Oden flashback? I don't remember, but yeah, he did. He's got the strongest devil fruit in the game. Ice technically doesn't work on the Gura no Mi no matter what. Like, you can freeze him. He's going to vibrate out of the ice. He can fight for days on end, most likely. His observation hockey was crazy. He was able to block instant stuff even when he was sleeping. Like, even old Whitebeard is like that, right? It's the Whitebeard we saw at Marineford just wasn't the Whitebeard that the world had come to know. And he still was able to tussle with admirals on a relatively even scale, in the pocket, at range, etc. So I know Aokiji can fight for days, and he has the youth advantage on his side, but in a straight up 1v1 versus the world's strongest man, you know, without any real health deterioration going on, he's taking these and throwing up blood and stuff. I gotta go Whitebeard, extreme diff. And I wanted to go Aokiji. I was probably leaning Aokiji the whole time. And then, I don't know, something in me just tells me that Whitebeard's going to clutch it. Because he's clutch. Put it this way. I mean, Whitebeard's been fighting forever. He's been fighting since forever. And Aokiji had the biggest fight of his life, and he lost it. So, I got to go Whitebeard. Conquerors, Hockey, Bloom. Not even Bloom, just Flex in some sort of phase is going to win him the fight.
Yeah.
What you got, Larry?
Gotta go Whitebeard, man. And
Yeah.
I'll say it's gonna be extreme div. And the reason why I say that is because Whitebeard, I need everybody to know, like, you need to place respect on Whitebeard's name. Even though I don't agree that he was the strongest man in the world at that point in time, because Shanks existed, Kaido existed, Big Mom existed. It was like there was all these big top names that existed that would have put in a better effort, I think, fighting wise against the Marines when they needed to get back Ace, right? Like, I just personally believe they would have just stunted way harder because of the youth that they have on their side and the crazy amount of powers. Even though I don't think the Gura happens to be as crazy powerful as everybody says, I just think that it has like this way of, you know, creating tidal waves that could just take out islands. That's very much like an ancient weapon type of power to a degree, right? That same power couldn't put out Akainu by himself, even when Akainu got snuck, right? Like, Marineford like got destroyed in half, and Akainu just got back up, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna go fight the Whitebeard remnants in themselves, right? Which is why your Marco statement was crazy. So it's like, when I look at it from that angle, I'm like, damn, yo, like Aokiji really used Future Sight on Whitebeard and dodged around his spear, so Whitebeard couldn't really touch him at that point. But also Whitebeard got stabbed by Squirtle. Whitebeard also had cannonballs shot at him. Whitebeard also had shots just shot at him. Like, he was getting hit the whole time during that war, and I believe they stated like he took like 87 cannonballs and like 543 shots to the face. He got stabbed like 20 times, something like that, right? Before he died. And my thing is, it's like, it's Aokiji, man. Like, he's an admiral. He goes mad hard. He has awakenings. He has this, and that. But like, I can't disrespect Whitebeard, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care where Whitebeard is. Whitebeard is that boy. And I think we always got to hold him to a degree where he's like top 5, top 7 in the game, even if he's not. And I know that sounds crazy, and I know that sounds stupid, but like, I got Whitebeard extreme diff, and it will be extreme diff, and he barely wins. And
I got something to say.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get next.
First off, y'all are crazy right now if y'all telling me that Squirtle, whatever his name is, stabbing him actually did some serious damage to Whitebeard. That didn't really do nothing. Like, that is just a simple stab. If he's so great a man as Whitebeard is portrayed to be, that shouldn't have done nothing. Second, y'all talk about the Akainu versus Whitebeard thing all the time. And Akainu was beating Whitebeard, blah, blah, blah. In Akainu's mind, Whitebeard is dead. I took off half his face. I filled him up with magma twice. And my job right now is to kill Ace and Luffy. I killed Ace, now I'm finna go for Luffy. Whitebeard came behind him and snuck him up. Everybody want to say, oh yeah, observation hockey, but I don't really think observation hockey was that pre-time skip of One Piece. Like, Oda wasn't really writing observation hockey the way he is now. That's how I feel right now.
All right. Who said they wanted to go as well?
Can I? That was me.
Oh, go, Jack.
All right, so y'all made some good points for Whitebeard that I can't deny, but you guys do remember that the admirals were able to dissipate Whitebeard's attack when he pulled up to Marineford. When it was going towards the scaffold, they put their hands out. And
together, though.
What?
Together, though, they did that. It wasn't like Aokiji just blocked it, or Akainu just blocked it, or Kizaru just. All three of them together combined their hockeys to block the attack.
That's true, but I will say Whitebeard's attack was widespread, and I'm just saying that he has the ability to, that Whitebeard's ability isn't as powerful as we make it seem to be, because it's able to be stopped, with the Admiral's hockey, even though it was all three of them. And also the fact that Whitebeard, his observation, bro, like, that's like a gag. Like, he was asleep. Like, Ace is pulling up on him pre-time skip, trying to kill him while he's asleep. Like, I'm not gonna say he don't got observation, but like, that's a bit of a stretch. And at the end of the day, that Aokiji feat with the ice, through the chest was pretty nice. And Whitebeard, I'm going off your tier list that you guys made about the top 30 characters. And y'all said Old Man Whitebeard was at 89.
We did.
Y'all said Aokiji is at 95. That's a bit of a mismatch. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But that's Old Man Whitebeard from Marineford. We talking about the Whitebeard that was raising Ace. That's like a year's worth of difference.
Bro, that's still old man. But he's still an old man. Like, a year, 71, 72. Like,
but his illness actively deteriorated his ability on a level that is probably the only one in the series that's shown to be that drastic. Dude was taking knees. He was taking damage from cannonballs from random marine fodder. He got stabbed by Squirtle. Those things weren't possible before with Whitebeard, the Whitebeard that we're talking about now. You know what I mean? Like, he went from that to this.
So you're saying the Whitebeard who clashed with Shanks?
I feel like they're the same dude, Sebastian. I don't care what you say.
They gotta be.
Whitebeard was on
was
life
a
support when he clashed with Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was already deteriorating. Like, I know what you're saying, but like, he was already diminished at that point. Now, I'm not saying that he would fold over easily, but you got to put some respect on the admirals. Like, their prime strength. And even though Whitebeard was one of the strongest characters to be in the series, you know, y'all were saying Sengoku and Garp can't do nothing because they old. And now what Whitebeard? He's old, and he's going against a top tier.
Why you keeping receipts?
He's an admiral,
bro?
not top tier, but you know what I'm saying.
He's top tier.
He can keep receipts. I've been consistent.
Hello?
Yo, go Psycho.
So, this old man that was on life support clashed with the man that stopped the whole war with just a look. That's one.
Whitebeard, Shanks wasn't trying to go after Whitebeard. He's just meeting up with him. That's
no, but he stopped
clash.
The war with just a look. Like, yeah, y'all gonna stop this war. Or y'all gonna fight me and the monkey.
Well, who's gonna fight Shanks and his whole crew after dealing with everybody else who was at Marine Ford? Like, no, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Let me just, I already killed Ace.
Aokiji wanted to kill Kobe.
Akainu.
Yeah, Akainu wanted to kill Kobe. I don't know where Aokiji went after all that. Where was he at the end of the war?
He was
talking to Blackbeard.
Larry, I added in Jaden because this was the last topic and he was still sitting in the queue.
Yeah. Listen.
Like, I really feel old man on the boat. He clashing with Shanks, and you know Shanks got that hockey-talkie, so you gotta put some respect on your... I know some of y'all got parents and grandparents. Y'all gotta put some respect on their name.
Yeah, but it's been 2 years since Marine Corps. You telling me Aokiji is still the same strength from Marine Corps? No, he has to be at least... Look how much the Straw Hats grew. Look how much Akainu possibly grew. Like, it's been 2 whole years. Aokiji had to have grown at least a decent amount to the point where, like, he can deal with a Yonko himself. Not like deal with a Yonko, like beat him, but like he can hang for sure. Like, and he got one of the top devil fruits in the series.
You hanging with Low Berry Blackbeard?
You don't know what his agenda is, though. It's not like he's straight. Oh yeah, I'm with Blackbeard. I'm gonna straight be on Black Air Force Energy with every pirate out. No, you do not know what his agenda is. He might have some type of different agenda. I don't feel like Aokiji would just join Blackbeard just to be like, oh yeah, I'm on some slide stuff now.
Yeah, he lost fire and he don't want to play no more. You think he want to be second or third fiddle to Fujitora and Green Bull? Nobody wants that.
He left the Marines because he did not want to be under Akainu, because he did not like the way Akainu ran and stuff. The way he was killed a Marine back in
he wasn't
back in Marine Corps, and he was going to kill Kobe if Shanks did not step in, and we all know that.
Does anybody else got anything to say?
Go,
JK.
Can I just say, that whole thing you just said doesn't prove that Aokiji is stronger than Whitebeard. Just because he doesn't want to be second fiddle to Akainu doesn't mean he's stronger than Whitebeard. We've seen Whitebeard go toe-to-toe in a weakened state to Akainu. We know that Akainu is stronger than Aokiji for a fact because Aokiji lost. Like, I don't understand how you can say that Whitebeard, who was stabbed, he was already sick and he got stabbed, is losing to Aokiji. I just don't understand.
I don't think you guys can make the time skip argument because all those characters are matured. Like Luffy and his crew, they're young. They had time to grow and make huge improvements. Bro, Aokiji was already that guy. Like, he can get stronger and stuff, but like that's all I got.
How old is Aokiji?
How old is Aokiji?
He in his 30s, right?
I could check for you right now.
30s, right?
They're all
He's got to be in his 40s. He's got to be in his 40s.
He's older than Shanks?
He's after the time skip, he's 49, so he's basically 50.
God damn.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Yeah.
Bro, man.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go Eric.
I think everyone underestimates Whitebeard in a 1v1. Like, his fruit is so much better when he doesn't have to, like, hold back to, like, make sure his, like, friends are safe and everything. Like, he couldn't go all out against the Marines because Ace was up on that pedestal. You know, like, he couldn't unleash everything he had. And if he's in a real 1v1, like, I think he has the better fruit in that case.
I think
like,
that goes
if he
to
can destroy everything. Like, it's a wrap.
I think that goes to Aokiji too. You know what I'm saying? The reason why the Admirals couldn't go all out against Sabo and gang was because the Celestial Dragons were there. But that's also probably why Kizaru, Aokiji, or Akainu then turned half of Marineford into lava, ice, or light. So I would say it equals out, right?
No, I just don't think there's anything to be turned into ice. Like, he's just going to open up the earth. Like,
so what would he stand
be a
on?
giant crater.
Well,
Just
the
like a
quake
giant
hard
hole.
counters the ice. They made that known. Like, you can't freeze the quakes because they vibrate. And again, like I pointed out, Conqueror's coding Gura Gura attacks is gonna land heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. Are they doing that kind of thing? Like you gonna freeze Whitebeard and it's gonna be cold and then he gonna be alright, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna punch him in the face with a frozen fist, or I'm gonna crack you with a Conqueror's coded Gura Gura attack in your rib cage or your face. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Aokiji froze
It's
3
extreme
islands.
either way, but
from,
I got Whitebeard.
Y'all bringing up Whitebeard's fruit, but y'all know who got it right now? Y'all saying Blackbeard's gonna put the work on everybody because he got the girl on me?
Listen, but Blackbeard has only had it for 2 years. Whitebeard has had it since, like, we know that he met Oden. So it's like, we know that he's going to be finessing with that fruit compared to what I think Blackbeard could do. That's just my opinion.
But he was flexing though, Blackbeard, with it a few times. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all was talking about Aokiji, he's matured. What do you think why do you think Blackbeard is still old enough to be who he is, the world's strongest? When he was young, he was doing all that hockey feet, splitting the sky with Roger. And now he old, he's like, I don't got time to be doing this with you.
He was still splitting the sky though. He split the sky with Shang in Clash.
And Larry, cover your ears because I'm talking anime. When Whitebeard did that whole thing where he pulled the whole screen and flipped everything, they had to modify and extend Marineford just for the man.
I got a question.
Just gonna quake it. Like, oh shoot, I hope I don't fall in the water, but let's go for this tidal wave. Just respect your elders and check on them from time to time.
Yo, go Shin. What are you gonna say?
Yeah. What Seth was saying when he said like a Conqueror's coding Gura Gura no Mi, was he able to do that in his old state? Because I really remember when he tried to hit Akainu with some Conqueror's Haki to save Ace from Akainu. He instantly almost had a heart attack and fell to the ground. So I don't think he was able to code his Devil Fruit or anything on him in Conqueror's Haki coding at that old of an age. Or was it? Am I thinking differently? Because y'all pulling out this Conqueror's Haki coding, the man was like 72, 73, and I'm pretty sure he was not able to do that at that time. And we talking about.
I'll say this: if he need to use it, he gonna be able to do it. That's what
He needed
Conquerors
to
do.
use it to save Ace, and he folded. He folded. He was not clutch.
Yes, but that's after he suffered damage, no? Wasn't that after he had been stabbed and stuff?
Luffy took hella damage in Marine, and he still used Conqueror's Haki before he even
Luffy
knew how
not
to use it.
Luffy's
Whitebeard's 72, by the way, when he died.
Oh, my fault. I added 6 years.
You could argue Aokiji has good observation hockey. He got hit with the quake fruit, and he just, he split in half. We didn't see him bleed like he did versus Jozu. So I think he's taking it. I think he's weaving. He's keeping his distance. He's generating a bunch of ice. Like, I think it was what was those three islands that the nomads were going through? I forgot. It was before Ennie's lobby.
You mean those like 3 giant figures?
Yeah. Long Ring Island. Yeah, he froze up to 3 islands, bro. That's 7. He said 7 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Guys, we gotta wrap soon. So last takes, we'll go around the horn again, I guess.
Oh, Jaden didn't go.
So y'all got.
Jaden just
Did
came
he get back in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if his mic is working though. Probably because he's flexing in his profile pic. That's why his mic ain't working. Need a stronger mic, bro. All right, so let's until Jaden figures out what's going on. Shin, did your answer change at all?
No, sir, not at all. It's still Aokiji. However, I will take it to extreme then, just to respect Whitebeard because of the man who he was. But he was still an old, sickly man at the end of the day who was on life support and couldn't even save his son.
Damn. Yo, relax, bro. Like, he couldn't save his son, so that's on him. Yo, chill.
Evil is alive.
All Shin's saying is that it really fell on Marco, and Marco just sucked. So I get it, bro.
100% he folded getting called man.
Eric, has your answer changed, or what do you think, man?
Nah, I still got Whitebeard. It probably won't be mid-diff anymore. It'll probably be hard to extreme.
Okay.
I still just think that he's got a good matchup against Aokiji. I just think fundamentally.
Yeah, I agree with that too. What about you, Jack?
I'm saying the same. I'm saying high extreme. I'm willing to go extreme for Whitebeard because Whitebeard is that guy, but we've seen characters take hits from the Gura. I'm not saying that it don't do nothing, but they ain't died. Blackbeard, Akainu, Oden, they took hits, and there still was there.
Yo, even Blackbeard survived a quake to the face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he takes double the damage, so.
And still was able to stand up after that and take his devil. But go on.
Yeah. Not just him and crew. I just want to. All right, I'm just pointing that out.
They all had their Glocks on them. My bad.
JK, what about you, bro?
I'm staying the same. I think Whitebeard, high diffs, Aokiji, but I just think that you guys aren't taking into account the fact that it's a 1v1. Whitebeard fought a whole war before he fought Akainu. He got stabbed multiple times, took multiple damages from multiple people. I just think in the 1v1, he high diffs Aokiji.
I do have a question, because I don't remember this guy, so just remind me if so. When Whitebeard got punched in his chest twice, or punched through his face, was it... No, he didn't get punched through the face. He got shot through the face. When he got punched through his chest, did he have to... Was he worried about somebody else when that happened? Y'all remember?
Ace was already dead.
Ace was already dead when he got hit in the chest?
Oh,
are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, in the chest face.
In the chest.
No, Ace wasn't dead yet when he got hit in the chest.
So was he worrying about somebody?
No, he took a knee. He coughed up blood, took a knee, and Akainu took advantage and punched him in the chest. That's what happened. Or
that was the first time.
That was the first time. Okay.
What about the second time?
The first
time Akainu got him.
The first time is what I was trying to correlate what JK was saying with the 1v1. I was trying to see if like Whitebeard was worried about somebody, so then he got punched in the chest. And you know what I'm saying? If not, then that would mean that, he could definitely fight one-on-one, but if he's not worried about anything.
Yeah, but Whitebeard...
The second time was anime as filler. It don't count.
Yeah.
What was JK about to say?
The first time he was already like coughing up blood because he was already hurt from his previous fights before. he met Akainu even, so it's like, does that really count as a 1v1?
I mean, you're right, but you're not right. I feel like it does, but it doesn't.
Alright.
He said, alright, bro.
Oh man, I just...
So, wait, JK, you said Whitebeard, high diff, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think I said extreme diff for Akainu, high diff for Aokiji.
Got you. Noel,
Yeah.
what do you think, bro?
I would say if it's a 1v1, I always bet on Whitebeard.
1v1 always bet on Whitebeard?
Yeah. So I think he'll still win high diff.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Psycho, what about you, man?
Listen, if Whitebeard was still alive, Aokiji would take that punch and Whitebeard say, listen, I want you to be my son. I lost a couple sons. You be my next one.
Oh, wow.
He's just going to say, yada, yada. All right.
Aokiji's too old. He 50. He's 50.
It don't matter. Whitebeard older still. You could be my son. Yada, yada. All right.
All right. And then what about you, you work?
Yo, how long did the war take? An hour? 2 hours?
Damn, come on.
Honestly, it
bro.
lasted 10 days, bro. Not even 24 hours, bro.
Yo.
He got
getting
stabbed,
tired.
man. He got stabbed in the beginning.
So disrespectful.
You saw him coughing up blood from his, like, loss of medication. He needs that shit.
Luffy got stabbed by Katakuri and he still was able to fight. So I'm
Yo,
not
you
trying to
work.
get mad
Yeah.
You work. Aokiji work for somebody, man. Whitebeard don't. That's all I want to say.
That's true, yeah.
So you tell me at 72 years old, y'all still can't get y'all advanced conquerors up?
He might have not been able to.
Oh. There's pills for that.
Man, he's retired. He don't need that.
There's IV for that.
Whitebeard off the Viagra, bro.
The
I
blue,
mean,
the
let's be for
Bluetooth.
real. What is Akainu? What is Aokiji fruit even doing to Whitebeard? Like, that's what I don't get. How does he even damage Whitebeard? The quick nullifies everything he does. Every
The
single thing.
admirals are hockey masters. Remember? They said that earlier.
I mean, like, I just feel
Remember
like he's
he
not.
froze. Go on.
I just feel like Aokiji's he's not even getting close to Whitebeard to damage him with any armament haki or anything like that. And Whitebeard probably has a stronger Conqueror's haki, so he's different.
I don't think Aokiji has to
He
get
can't
close.
use his
It's
hockey like that when he's that old. His conquerors.
He can.
Hockey drains you in your old age. We heard it from Rayleigh. He can't use it like that because he's old.
I mean, he can use it, but probably not like that. He can't spam it like fucking Luffy.
He can only use it on life support. Like,
Let me see if I could actually find that. I think I have an image.
But he still backed off Blackbeard.
He what?
He still backed off Blackbeard. Rayleigh.
He backed off Blackbeard?
Yeah.
Blackbeard bum.
Huh?
Oh,
Where Blackbeard come from? Blackbeard is like
they didn't want to fight because Blackbeard was like, "Oh, did he take his Bluetooth today or not?" Hold on, wait.
Actually, Blackbeard was out.
I
He was
ain't gonna mess
Blackbeard's
with
a bum.
like that, bro.
Give me Kobe and I leave.
No. Blackbeard weighed out his options and he went with the better one. That's all that happened.
I say, did he take it today or not? I know we on Amazon. Lily, did he take it? Oh, fuck it.
Oh man, Larry, I think we gotta cut it a little bit, or cut it soon here.
Yeah. So
Let me say one more thing, bro.
Yeah, say your thing, bro.
All right, remember what Monet did to Luffy? She didn't really have to get close. she made a little dome, but she froze the area around him, and little by little, the man, his heart pressure started lowering. He started slowing down his reaction speed. So I don't think Aokiji has to necessarily get up and close. He just has to freeze the area and maintain it like a fridge. And that's pretty much it, bro.
Like an ice dome.
Oh, Whitebeard has Quake though. He just
Yeah, the
quakes
quake will
eyes.
break any
It
ice
ain't
barrier,
changing the
ice.
temperature though.
But I thought it was the chill fruit.
But like, remember in Punk Hazard, he changed the whole island to what, like a freezing.
Right.
Yeah. So just imagine that, but the whole Marineford. What's Whitebeard gonna do?
Just destroy the whole island
And then he freezes it back up.
and
can
destroy it
freeze
again.
Yep.
Just keep,
Rinse and repeat 10 days, bro. Hey, that's it.
okay.
All right, just because of that, I'm gonna put him high diff.
You guys are too funny. Listen, a piece of me, I know we're gonna end soon, but a piece of me believes that like there's no way that Whitebeard didn't awaken his devil fruit, right guys? Like we gotta admit that, right? Like there's no way that this man at that level that he was at never awakened his devil fruit. And to me, it's like, did we see that at Marineford at all? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
He's too old.
He was too old to use it. So to a certain degree, I think the hockey statement also plays an effect where he might have been too old to use hockey for an extended period of time, or like Ray Lee said, this puts stress on your body and watch how you use it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I gotta say that I think Whitebeard gets beat by Aokiji. It's extreme diff, but just off the respect of Whitebeard alone,
Amen.
I gotta give it to Whitebeard extreme diff. Like he barely beats Aokiji.
I hate when y'all say
Right.
But yeah, so basically that's a wrap, guys. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. There were some new faces I think that me and Seb never spoke to or never even seen, so I just want to say thank you, man. I don't think you know how much we appreciate you guys just coming in and even talking to us. So thank you, and thank you again.
Thank you guys for having us on. This is really fun.
no problem.
Yeah, I'm glad to come in. This is a good time.
Yeah,
That's OnePiece podcast. So
thank you. We're definitely gonna do this next week. All right, so please come back. We want you back.
Yo, Larry.
What's up, Psycho?
Yo, Sebastian, did somebody hold a gun to y'all head when y'all chose Big Mom over Zoro?
Oh my
Big
god.
Mom got blind children.
oh my god, here we go.
And activated.
This should have been
This-
Big Mom versus Bullet.
Who's man?
Should have been Big Mom versus Bullet.
Yo, I am the flag bearer for ZKK, and Kaido's not dead, so we still got a chance.
Bro, too. He winning.
Listen, man.
We ended the show on that, yo.
It hurt my heart.
says
Just
he-
say that.
I be
But
saying it in your streams, bro. I be like, ZKK, we ain't dead. And you just laugh. Like, oh, gosh, let me play this game harder. It's just, we not dead.
Psycho, thank you for making the show interesting, brother. I hope everybody has a great
I
night.
live, and as long as you keep on going, I love you guys' take on. It's almost like y'all don't read it the same way I do.
Yeah, bro, we could tell.
No, not like that. Like I read the chapter panel, and then when I listen to you speak it, I'm like, hold on, wait, this is a foreign language. Is this the same One Piece?
Yeah, man. You know, you're not gonna catch everything like we do. You feel me?
I see it weekly, almost daily,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, man. But we're gonna head out. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll definitely see you in the Discord.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Later.
Night.
Deuces.
Oh man, that was so good. Yeah, we definitely have to have these every week, bro. So you made everybody advance. We have everybody that advanced. They advanced.
Yeah, the only one left in the second round is Zoro versus Shanks.
Got you. There's a whole nother section to this bracket, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it on the right side? We have like a whole right side. No.
Nah, it's just right here. I tried to make it that way when I was doing the bracket, but it wouldn't let me, which was annoying. But
okay.
Yeah, this is round 3, which is the like conference semis, I guess, and then it's going to be the conference finals, and then the actual finals.
Okay.
All
right. Well, yeah. To everybody that watched us, to everybody that's listening, we're gonna do this next week, 6 p.m. same time. You know, keep giving us feedback, keep letting us know how we're doing, how we can make this better. And you know, just thank you for joining us. We couldn't get any big content creators, but honestly, I'd rather hear from you guys than other content creators, to be honest, because I speak to those guys probably all the time now. So it's like I'd rather have like a fresh set of voices, especially the ones that are putting their time and effort into us and think of us as like something that they enjoy. So that makes me really happy and really comfortable. So thank you from me personally for being here and chatting it up and giving your opinions. And Seb, you want to send it off?
No, I think that was beautifully put. We love hearing from you guys. That's why we started doing this. We wanted another way to interact with y'all beyond just, you know, Discord, beyond the phone calls for the show. You guys have seemed to like this a lot. We're going to continue to do this. Like Larry said, we're going to set it up next week, Wednesday. So be prepared to jump in the chat and champion for whoever you want. It was fun to add so many people in at once. That was a nice discussion for Whitebeard versus Aokiji. Super interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to continue this. We're going to get into some really, really close calls in the next couple rounds, next couple of matchups that we're going to have. So we'll see what you guys' takes are on those. But I really appreciate you guys all being here with us and enjoying this. So thank you.
Yeah. And on that note, everybody, my name is Larry.
Seb.
And this is that One Piece Talk. Enjoy the rest of your night. Jana.